Serving 26 schools across more than 500 square miles, Pulaski County Special School District is one of the largest school districts in the state of Arkansas. Our district strives to help each student discover his or her full potential while preparing students for life and cultivating future leaders. PCSSD continues to strengthen the relationship between its public schools and the community. Our district is committed to creating a nationally recognized school district that assures that all students achieve at their maximum potential through collaborative, supportive, and continuous efforts of all stakeholders. The schools participating in this football game are members of the Arkansas Activities Association as authorized by their school. The administrators of these schools have helped to write the rules and regulations that govern participation of students in competitive activities for the schools that are members of the AAA. The Arkansas Activities Association, which is sponsoring this football game, is a voluntary nonprofit educational association of some 500 junior and senior public and private high schools of Arkansas. The regulations which guide these events are adopted by the schools themselves and determine the type of program they believe to be most desirable for high school youth. The Arkansas Activities Association is one of 50 state organizations that belong to the National Federation of High School Associations. This association formulates policies, game rules, and standards for inter-school competition. The schools of Arkansas have adopted these rules on eligibility which correspond to those recommended by the National Federation. The Arkansas Activities Association recognizes that athletes represent more than themselves in athletic competition. They represent their team, their fellow students, their teachers, and the community. Athletes who display good sportsmanship reflect high moral standards.
What's up, everyone? I'm Tyler Fountain, the head broadcaster for the Mill Sports Network. I'm here with head coach Lee of the Comets. They are now 8-1, and coach, with this 8-1 record, are you all looking to keep that foot on the pedal, or are you looking to give the starters a little rest with this last game of the season coming up?
No, our objective is to stay the course. Football is like a marathon. We want to make sure that we continually go through the game, finish up like we started. If guys come out and execute, we possibly can get a little break here and there and get geared up for the later run. But with that said, we just want to finish like we started.
Now, coach, with this 8-1 record, are you and the coaching staff feeling like the job isn't complete, or will this goal be complete once you guys get to state?
The objective is to win it all. We're not looking at a consolation prize. We're not looking at a regular season. We're trying to be there at the end. I think guys want to execute. We hear it in the guys' voices every day. They've set their goals from the beginning of the season to the end. So anything less than what we want to accomplish is not civilized.
Coach, could you just tell me the winning formula? I mean, you have guys playing offense and defense, special teams as well. So guys are playing three things at most. Could you just tell me that winning formula when you have players doing that?
I think once you build your program, it starts with discipline. And we have discipline. Contrary to what you may think, some people, our guys, they fight hard. These guys work out more than anyone. And you can just hear it in their voices. Hey, coach, let me make that play. Coach, put me in. Coach, let me hold him. Coach, give me the ball. And it resonates throughout your program. And once you kind of get that feeling and that culture, sky's the limit.
Welcome, football fans, to Comets Football on the Mills Sports Network.
Welcome, football fans. We are here for Friday Night Lights. It will be a little early tonight, but I am Tyler Fountain, the play-by-play coordinator. Beside me is my broadcast partner, Carlton Schutz, the great defensive guru, and then we got our man Scary Terry back on production once again, and we got our man Mark on the camera for us tonight. Tonight's battle will be a battle for the second seed. We have the Vilonia Eagles facing off against the Mill Comets. And ironically, this second-seeded game, the Vilonia Eagles are 5-2 in conference. The Comets have only lost one game. That was to Robinson. Vilonia lost to Robinson as well, but that game was sure enough a blowout. It was 42-3, and they also lost to Morrilton 42-27. But this battle tonight will be for the second seed, so a lot is on the line for these Comets right now.
And Tyler, I do think that this will be a battle. Considering what's all is on the line, regardless of how the teams got here, it's the time of the year when records don't matter as much. This is the last game where the record will matter, and after this, every game after this will be a dog fight.
It definitely will be a dog fight. And tonight we will have a little inclement weather. Hopefully it gets us later on in the game or misses us. But tonight is one of those nights where the Comets will have to battle. It's a lot on the line, and I think they are prepared. They are ready, and I think they take full advantage of tonight's game. Carl, where do you think this game will be won at?
As always, Tyler, we always know that the trenches controls the majority of the game. But tonight, the pressure that the Comets D-line is able to get on this Eagles offensive line will be a big part of what goes on. We know that the Eagles like to do a lot of those quick screens, a lot of shuttle screens, run short little hitches and slants just to get their athletes out in space pretty quickly. But with a defense like this, you got to think that you'll be able to get that pressure and make those big plays. Like always, that Comets defense gets you in those third and long situations, and that is where they do their work, the majority of it, in creating turnovers. And here comes out those Eagles. They look to be hyped and excited. This is their senior night as well. Final regular season game, a lot on the line, and both teams look juiced, Tyler.
You are right. And, Carl, like you said, the Eagles like to do the little quick passes and things like that. And one of their go-to guys is Eli Moser, number 7, 145 pounds, the senior. He does play receiver. He is capable of making big plays. But the question is, will he make plays tonight against this secondary, against Anton Pierce? More than likely, that'll be the guy that he's lined up against. So that might be a key matchup in tonight's game.
Well, good luck to him, because Anton Pierce has been locked in for the past 2 games. He has stepped up and shown us just why he is going to be an amazing player, not only in the playoffs, but at the next level as well.
Definitely at the next level. And speaking of that next level, a lot of these Comet players will have some visits coming up tomorrow. And I'm sure we'll probably see Charlie in Louisiana. I mean, you have the LSU versus the Bama. I'm not sure if he's going, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did. And a lot of other players going on visits as well. So I say they get this win tonight, go on their visits tomorrow, and get back to business the following week. And it looks like we're about ready for kickoff as we have QJ kicking this ball off, feet set, ball wet, and he kicks that ball to number 4 for Vilonia. He reverses Fields, doesn't have anywhere to go, and is tackled at the 40-yard line. Now, Carl, before we get this game started, I just want to say a big shout-out to the coaches on this Comet sideline. I mean, of course, we got Coach Lee, the head coach. We have Coach Scooter, offensive coordinator. We got Coach Hicks, the defensive coordinator. Speaking of the defensive coordinator, we're going to see what he has drawn up right here as the Eagles come out in spread formation, doubles to both sides. Looks left, and he throws to Gibson over the middle, and he crosses midfield at about the 46-yard line. And Carl also, I'm sorry. I want to give a shout-out to Coach Beal. That's the wide receiver and DB coach while we have some time, and the offensive line coach, Coach Gates.
And it looks like that they want to press up in this coverage today. They know that they like to throw these short routes, but they're going to have to make tackles, as we saw him miss a couple on that first play. Let's see how they adjust here.
And he drops back, looks right, throws the flare route to the running back. He breaks the tackle and looks like he is brought down by number 3, one of your favorite players.
Caleb Sane. Caleb Sane, he is a guy that will run sideline to sideline. He's a high motor guy. Him as well as Derek Murdoch. Looks like they're going with a 3 front today, Tyler. And that may be all you need when you got guys like this up front.
Definitely. And that is probably because of Coach Barnes, the defensive line coach. Shout out to him. The Eagles drop back once again, throws that route. Anton nearly strips the ball out right there. And they're almost close enough for a first down. And I believe it is now 3rd and 4 for the Eagles. What can they draw up here? What can Coach Barnes and this defense draw up right here? Of course, we have Big Charlie on the line, Caleb Sane, Ryan White out there. We have some studs out there right now. What can this defense do to make a play? And they hand that ball off for the outside zone. We have no flags right there, and that is enough for a comprehensive wellness first down.
And I do think these guys are going to have to get on top of this tackling like I just mentioned, Tyler. They've missed, I'd say, probably 8 to 10 tackles already in this ball game, and that's not what you want to do. They're stripping for that ball, but they just not getting it as the Vilonia Eagles are making sure that they are eagle claw and holding on to that football. Looks like we'll have about 2nd and 1 here. Actually,
Carl,
that will be enough for a comprehensive wellness first down.
And I think Coach Bo will get this defensive line in order and have them putting some pressure on this quarterback just a little bit more. We'll see what they do right here as the Eagles are in trips left. Drops back, he looks left, watch the wheel route, and instead he has a corner route that he doesn't throw, and it looks like this pass is incomplete. Carl, what are you seeing from this defense out there right now?
As you see there, Charlie lost contain as the quarterback rolled out of the pocket. They will have to keep an eye on that. That rollout can be dangerous. It looks like he's comfortable with throwing, especially rolling out to that left side.
Yeah, that is Wesley McKissick. He's very well-rounded at that quarterback position, can get out of the pocket if needed. Not sure if he's going to want to do that much this game. He hands that ball off, and of course, the running back doesn't get many yards right there.
Picks up about 5. Looks like we have a Comet down on the field here.
Have an injury timeout. We'll hope that young man's okay.
That may be Into.
And while we have a second, I would like to shout out our sponsors, the Comprehensive Wellness Center. Once again, Achilles Carpet 1 Home and Flooring, where you can text DIO. That's DIO. And, of course, Cornerstone Home and Lending, which we say after every touchdown. And I'm sure we'll be saying that a lot tonight once these Comets get on offense and get this ball rolling.
Sure will. And Ringo, just to speak a little bit about that offense, Ringo and Pierce have been finding ways to connect. We saw that they targeted him 5 times in the first quarter, just the first quarter, Tyler, last game.
And Pierce has been on fire recently.
Kid has truly been locked in on the offense and defensive sides of the ball. We've seen him come up big with interceptions. He caught 2 touchdowns as well to complement that interception last week. And that is why he was our co-player of the game, as well as Achilles Ringo, who had 4 touchdowns.
Young Turk, that's what they like to call him. McKissick in empty formation, sends a player in motion. Fakes the screen, throws a middle screen to number 1, and he is brought down by Big Charlie as flags come flying in on the side of the field.
And I think that was a holding penalty that will prevent them from getting the first down, and that is big on 3rd down and what looked like to be 5. And Tyler, I think that was a good break for those Mills Comets, and this allows them to do what they do best in those long yardage situations like we talked about. And let's see if they can come up with a play here.
And it looks like it was a holding call, pushing these Eagles 10 yards back.
3rd and 15.
And we know how the Comets do in these 3rd and long situations. I'm sure they're going to get this defense off the field very fast.
And even with an early game, these Eagles seem to have a crowd out tonight. Trips left to the boundary, and it looks like a timeout by Vilonia.
And I'm pretty sure Vilonia needed to call that timeout. The coach saw something that he didn't like. I'm sure it wasn't something that he did like, and it wasn't going to get exploited right there. But we're going to see what Coach Lee and this defensive staff can do. Will they get pressure on the quarterback? Coach Barnes and Coach Bo have been working with that defensive line, and I'm sure we're going to see some stunts right here.
I'm pretty sure as well. That 3-man front, I'm thinking that they send at least 2 Comets on that blitz as well. Not sure if it'll be the linebackers or they bring some pressure off the outside edge, but I do expect to see some pressure here. We know that they're probably going to man up with a single lone safety high, which will probably be Jabari Shaw.
And you see we have a little one-on-one action. Anton Pierce covering Jake Vines right here at the bottom of the screen as the Eagles are in trips right. But instead, McKissick looks left, hits number 7, and that is who I told you guys about earlier, number 7, Eli Mosier. And he picks up about 7 yards right there. The Eagles look to the sideline, get the call from the coach. Big 4th down play right here, Carl. Big 4th down play right here. What are you expecting?
I'm expecting a quick out here, Tyler. I'm not sure how much the Comets have worked with the zone coverage this week, but playing down in those flats probably would be a good idea. Playing tight coverage. And as we have a timeout here with 8 minutes left in the first quarter, through the first 4 minutes of action, the Vilonia Eagles have found success. They did get that penalty on 3rd down, which put them in this situation at about 4th and 4.
Thanks to all of them, they give up their time, their talent, and their treasure to your Vilonia Eagles.
Trips
McKissick
right.
drops back, rolls out right, looks to the running back. Running back drops the pass is incomplete, and now these Comets are about to take the field.
And now that they are taking the field from about the 13-yard line, this will be an 87-yard drive for the Comets, but we've seen them do the unthinkable, especially on the offensive side of the ball. After a change of possession like this, teams typically like to try to take shots
And go bombs away.
Bombs away for sure. I know that's what our coach used to like to do back in the day.
And Carl, don't mean to cut you out, but I think that's what they do with Hunter Wells lined up against QJ King at the bottom of the screen right now. I mean, they have Eli up top playing safety, so he's probably watching that as they have too high, but I don't think that matters at all. We have trips right to the top of the screen, so we could expect a quick pass here, a quick screen.
Could see a quick screen here.
But I go deep.
I honestly probably would go deep too, Tyler.
And Turk does have the arm for that.
We know he does. We saw him just put the ball on a string last week for all 4 of his touchdowns. I mean, the kid can throw a BB through a Fruit Loop.
Dude, chill out. Oh, man. And Turk goes through his progressions, hits Cameron Dunbar, and that pass is incomplete. Which brings up 2nd and 10 for the Comets. And Carl, what we have been seeing different with this Comets offense, they haven't been putting it on the ground as much lately. They've mainly been in the air, and I think they don't shy away from that tonight. They're trips right once again. They send Tyler Johnson in motion, gets a good block from Cameron Dunbar, stays on his feet, and is finally tackled behind the line of scrimmage. And these Eagles are getting a little bit of momentum. And right here in front of this end zone, that is not something you want right now.
Not something that you want at all. Looks like this will bring up about 3rd and about 17. So this is a big down. I'm not sure what they want to do here, if they want to try to get this ball out, as they do have 3 safeties back deep playing the thirds of the field.
One thing I would say right now, if you don't want to just go for the first down, I mean, of course, you always have the chance of getting it, but a halfback draw would be a great call right here. But instead, they throw the quick screen to Jabray Shaw. Can he make a play? They're letting their players make plays, and he is tackled out at about the 22-yard line.
And he's just shy of the first down, 4th and short. I don't see this team shying away here. Coach Lee's just going to let it hang, and
looks like he's going
go
to
for
punt
it
right now.
And actually, the punt team does come out. This is a surprising call to me, Tyler. But with this type of field position early in the game, you want to give your defense a chance to get back out there and get another stop.
And they have Jake Vines back there to return this kick. Let's see if QJ can get a foot in this one.
Delay of game, so we for sure will be seeing a punt here. You don't want your punter's heels on that goal line. Does put a lot of pressure on the snapper as well as the punter.
And Carl, just to highlight some of these players right now while we have a second, Big Charlie has just received an offer about 5 days ago from the Tennessee Volunteers. And like I said earlier, the LSU versus Alabama, he will be in Death Valley this weekend. So those are some of the things that's going on this weekend with the Mills players.
What an amazing experience just for him to be able to experience such a game like that. It's always a battle in Death Valley. They do have the Crimson Tide, who have seemed to be rolling after they lost. They took to Tennessee, but he just got an offer from them as well. So, but that's great for the kid. I remember you went to the Iron Bowl back in the day.
I did on a visit, but that's neither here nor there. Back in my running back days, man. And McKissick drops back, looks right, tries to go to Anton Pierce, and Anton Pierce makes a crazy interception, and this offense is back on the field. And like I always say, reward the kid, give him the ball, and let him make another play. As we see, you're not in All-State hands, you're in Pierce hands. And that's exactly what just happened right there. Anton made a crazy interception right there, and it looks like he comes to the sideline for a breather. I'm sure he's going to get back out there in a second. And they bring Big Charlie in. So you have to watch one of these blocks. He does like to wrap around. Instead, they give that ball to Tyler Johnson. High and tight as he runs. I'm sorry, that was Daniel Brown. I didn't see the number. High and tight, picks up a comprehensive wellness first down. And these Comets are moving right now.
About an 18-yard gain right there for Daniel Brown. We know he can't be explosive, especially in space, Tyler, where he does most of his work. But he's not scared to get in there and put his nose in there and get those tough yards either.
And Carl, as you can hear from the crowd and the cheerleaders, we want a touchdown. And Turk goes deep to Jabray Shaw.
Looks like he lost his footing there as the lineman fell back on his leg. and he's pretty frustrated. He thought he had an open man there. I believe he did. And if he didn't, it still was a great shot, Tyler. So I like my chances there on the 50-50 ball. But as the lineman was pushed back into him, he wasn't able to make that throw, bringing up 2nd and 10. And they may go right back to it here. High snap over his head, recovered by Daniel at midfield. And I'm not sure what's happening. I'm going to have to look on this front end of this line. But the Vilonia Eagles seem to be getting a little pressure in there on that center, making him startle just a little.
Got back to make sure nothing can happen on that play. Third down, 22.
Third down and 22.
Just a lot of real estate right now. 3rd and an acre. Turk, empty formation. Trips right, top of the screen. Doubles to the bottom. And it looks like the Comets and Coach Scoot call a timeout right now.
And that was to beat the delay of game.
And Carl, just speaking of some of the offers that these kids have, Daniel Brown also received an offer about a month and a half ago from the Georgia Warhawks. That was his first official offer from them. So shout out to Daniel Brown right there. It's good to see these kids getting noticed. And of course we have Jabray Shaw with about 8 offers. Committed to UCA, has Memphis, ULM, Alcorn, teams like that. Anton Pierce, he's committed to one of those schools that you like oh so much.
Navy. And it looks like they're going back with the empty formation here. 3 safeties back deep, splitting the thirds of the field. Let's see if they can come up with another big play.
Turk drops back, flushed out the pocket, and is finally brought down, bringing up 4th and 23. And these Eagles are hyped for their players tonight.
They sure are, Tyler. And they're not going to just lay down and let these Comets come in here regardless of what the record is and what's at stake. But we do know that the Comets are typically a slow-starting team.
And QJ gets a good foot right there in that ball. And Carl, before we finish talking about this game, Anton Pierce is committed to Army West Point.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Wrong branch. Same concept.
Anton Pierce is committed to Army West Point. He has an offer from UCA as well, UAPB, North Alabama, Georgia Southern, FIU Hardin.
And how lucky would UCA have been to land him and Jabray Shaw?
Pretty lucky.
Trips left once again from the Vilonia Eagles.
And McKissick hands that ball off the running back, makes a Christian McCaffrey type spin, and is still brought down about a yard behind the line of scrimmage right there.
And the Cavalry got to him before he can get away, but that was a great move in the backfield to evade the first defender. But just runs into another Comet.
Empty is what it is. McKissick drops back. Big Charlie gets the pressure, falls. We might have a holding call right there. And he is chased out of bounds. And I think this ball will be going back.
Not sure. Will they take this penalty here, or will they put them in this?
I think they take this penalty and push them boys back. Wow, instead they call a penalty on Charlie, a hands to the face, personal foul penalty.
That will be a first down for the Vilonia Eagles, giving them a little momentum here. We haven't seen too many flags besides those couple of delayed games by the Comets, but let's see what type of implications this one has as they have a fresh set of downs.
And I think they hand this ball off right here instead. No, they don't. McKissick looks right, throws the screen left. They are past the midfield. The kid is still running and is finally brought down at about the 25-yard line.
And that tackle made by QJ King, saving the touchdown. But another positive play for the Vilonia Eagles. And like I said, they were able to build off the momentum of that penalty. Hands to the face.
And they are capitalizing right now. Not sure how long this momentum for the Eagles will stand. As we know at the beginning of the game, first quarters are mainly played off momentum and adrenaline, and then the real football kicks in. Both teams have had a series to score. Neither has scored yet. They run the inside zone right there. Unlike other teams, the inside zone isn't working for the Eagles tonight. They might want to stick to passing and getting outside, because I think we got that inside sold up right now.
I think so as well, but that was enough for the comprehensive wellness first down, as they didn't have many yards to gain. And now as they enter the red zone, let's see if they keep that ball in his air. They motion into a double set. He throws over the middle into the dirt, looking for one of his main guys and not able to find him there, with QJ on the defense.
On the what?
Defense. Defended that.
And McKissick at quarterback and empty once again. Trips right. And these Eagle players are trying to get on the same page and get into this end zone. I don't think it'll work right here, as he's looking left to his favorite receiver, number 7, Eli Mosier. And that play is incomplete.
Third one of those L routes. They love. Another one of those L routes, Tyler. They fell in love with that L route, as they had success on that in the first drive, but it hasn't worked for them the past 2 times. And they go back to that empty set.
And Carl, what they don't want to do is go to Jack Vines while Anton Pierce is on them. It looks like they're staying away from him. That middle screen is not going to continue to work. Looks like Charlie just sumo slammed somebody right there. And he did.
Man, and it made Scary Terry say, oh my God. He got all of them right there. And it looks like this will bring up 4th and about 11.
A real bear hug. They say if you ever see him fighting in the jungle with a grizzly bear, help the bear. McKissick sends his player in motion. That is Katie and Gibson going in motion. Looks right. Goes through his progressions. And this ball is... And it looks like they're going to give him a
reception
pass right there, as McKissick completed that ball
and
down at the 4-yard line. And this is where it will get tough. This is where it gets tough. But, Carl, what's surprising is we haven't saw much of Caleb Sane. I know it's early right now, but we're used to Caleb Sane getting in the backfield, getting a sack. But maybe they give this ball right up the middle to Katie and Gibson, or maybe that outside zone they've been running. Instead, they run a read option, and McKissick gets nowhere as QJ comes from around the corner and makes the tackle right there.
And it looks like Derek Murdoch got to him first there. QJ comes to clean it up. But QJ has been very active on that defensive side of the ball tonight. We've seen him defend a few passes. We've seen him also make a few tackles as well, including the one that saved the touchdown.
And, Carl, pay attention to how wide the running back is right now. When he's wide, he runs his little flare route. And Charlie makes a play right there, and it shows why he is one of the best defensive players in the state.
Maybe even in the country, Tyler. as I believe that he is still the leading tackler on this football team.
And don't break, baby.
And
And one thing I love is when the Comets bend but don't break. And they hand this ball off to Katie and Gibson, and the hole was so open. Carl, you could have fit in there. And that is enough for a cornerstone touchdown.
And I'm not sure what happened there. I'm not sure if the defense just didn't get set up. But, man, could have drove an 18-wheeler through there.
And Carl, it won't be easy for these Comets tonight. Not at the beginning, at least. I believe these Comets will exploit the Eagles. They see what the Eagles are doing. They see what they like, who they like to go to. And we all know once halftime hits, the adjustments that the coaching staff can make for these Comet players is amazing. I mean, they've blown teams out of the water after halftime, but I think they want to get off to a quick start here. This is a battle for the second seed.
And after being down 19-0 at Whitehall and coming back, finding a way and muscling their way to a victory there, I don't think that the Comets are ever out of the game. But with a 7-0 lead, with a minute and 19 seconds left here in this first quarter, they are trailing the Eagles, and the Eagles do have the momentum currently.
And Carl, who did we play last week?
Last week, we played Morrilton.
And they kept shooting those fireworks, and the more they shot, the Comets did not like that, and we saw how it turned out for Morrilton. And I'm pretty sure the Comets are not going to like these Eagles shooting fireworks after each touchdown tonight, so they might want to stop early, and I think this defense is going to get sewn up and take care of business.
I think so as well. I want to see if they go back to that forefront, put more pressure on that quarterback, or start sending a defender each play from different directions just to give him different looks and not let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
And you have to watch these Eagles when it comes to special teams. They like to do a little trickery with their kickoffs, so you have to be prepared for the onside kick, the squib kick, and, of course, Daniel Brown is one of those specialists, kick return specialists that you want to stay away from, as well as QJ. But Daniel is one of those guys. They both can take it to the house, but Daniel is one of those guys who have had a great season this season in returning kicks. The kid is special back there at kick return. Not sure they want to kick the ball to either one of those cats back there.
And cheerleaders sure are in this ball game tonight, as well as they cheer on these Comets. Shouts out to them. And
they running to each other. Looks like it was bad communication right there, but at least it was caught.
with
And these Comets come out. We have Ringo in the backfield with Cameron Dunbar. QJ lined up man coverage against a smaller defender. Why not go to him? They send Tyler Johnson in motion. They run that jet sweep once again. And he nearly picks up the first down. Instead, they give him the first down, which is a comprehensive wellness first down.
I like to see them get Tyler Johnson involved early in this ball game. We all know what he can do. Like I was speaking about that Whitehall game, he really sparked that comeback. And Cameron Dunbar goes out in motion, making this an empty set. And a quarterback draw here, picking up about 6 on that play. was Ringo, and bringing up a 2nd and 4 situation. Great time right here to go ahead and take a shot close to midfield, 2nd down and short yardage. Let's see what they do here.
Cameron Dunbar in the backfield. Ringo goes through his progressions, looks right, throws deep to Jabray Shaw, and throws an interception to the Eagles. Pierce comes up and makes the tackle. And it looks like Turk was just trying to go deep right there, just trusting his receiver, and just threw the ball as far as he could. But instead, the Eagles had a step already playing off on Jabray Shaw and came up with the interception right there. But adversity isn't new to these Comets. Of course, you want to stay away from adversity, but adversity isn't new. When their backs are against the wall, they always tend to come back, make a play, and go even harder. So I think these Comets will be all right now. It's just a little adversity.
It looks like they may have been a block in the back on the return, but it still will be Eagles ball. Pushes them back to about the 11-yard line. This defense has to respond and make a play here. They cannot let this team drive down their 89 yards for a score here. 1 second left. Looks like we'll have one more play in this first quarter.
And I think these jet sweeps that they've been running are good plays because they can build off of the jet sweeps and run a little ISOs off of the jet sweeps. And Jabray has to get the ball. The more touches, the better. And it looks like we're going to have a face mask call on Cameron Dunbar as he made the tackle on Cadian Gibson right there.
Another one of those outside routes. I think the Comets are giving up inside leverage here, but they're playing inside leverage, giving up that outside, and that does it for the first quarter. We'll flip the field here and get into the second quarter of action just here shortly.
And we are back. Looks like we're going to have one untimed down. And McKissick just hands that ball off to Gibson, and the Comets are already in the backfield before he could get anywhere and get those legs moving.
That is a great play made in that backfield. And now we will flip the field before we get the second quarter started. What are your thoughts right here on this first quarter of action, Tyler?
I think the first quarter wasn't really how I expected it to go, but I mean, nevertheless, they're only up by 7, and we'll be back here shortly so we can get some of these commercials rolling. And the Eagles are back on offense. I don't think they're just trying to score so fast right now. I think they're trying to play keep away. McKissick has been throwing it, looking for his receivers, but I don't think they're trying to score in a hurry. They're trying to keep the ball out of these Comets' hands.
And right there, I saw Charlie not push up the field, just kind of hold his gap down and keep contained on that quarterback. I think that he's going to have to try to press and put a little more pressure on him because he is the guy on this defensive line. We know what Murdoch could do in that pass game as well, as Caleb saying.
And Carl, Eli Mosier's name hasn't been called much lately. They've been staying away from him. And McKissick throws an absolute dime to his receiver right there, and that is enough for the comprehensive wellness first down as McKissick connects with Zach Nolan on the pass right there.
And they are attacking these man-to-man matchups. We've seen some great throws by McKissick here so far. And Tyler, let's see how the Comets adjust here. Looks like they bring a little more pressure, but they come back there with the quick screen.
And Eli might want to stop all that juking and dancing right there. Jabray and the rest of this defense isn't here to play any games. I'm sure that ball will come out soon enough.
And he hobbles off the field here, Tyler, like you were just saying.
Now, the Comets did not come to play tonight. They're not playing any games. I think they're laying it all out on the line right now.
Another empty set. You know they like the out routes in this situation. They might see something here as he looked to the sideline.
And there's Murdoch right there, right where we want him, and nearly gets the sack, but McKissick completes the pass. That's enough for comprehensive wellness. First down at the 4-yard line, and they are knocking on that door once again.
And they squeezed him down in the pocket. They did exactly what you want them to do. They closed in the pocket on him, but he still found a way to escape, kept his cool, calm composure, and found a way to get it to his receiver there, bringing up first and goal.
And that read option that they run down there, they hand that one off, and it looks like that's enough for a cornerstone touchdown.
The Eagles are rolling here in this first half. 10 minutes and 23 seconds left in the second quarter. A lot of football left to play. Comets have to respond here on the offensive side of the ball. The defense has not withstood the test of time right now, Tyler. They haven't withstood the test of time. It is early in the game, but we haven't seen much from them. And through the uprights, the Eagles take a commanding 14-0 lead. These Mills Comets, I'm sure they're going to get out here as we see more fireworks go into the sky. Now let's see if we can see those Comets start flying out of the sky, Tyler.
And I think the Comets have to send more than 3 if they're going to run man.
I agree with that. Or you're going to have to go zone with those 7 or 8 defenders out there.
And the Eagles are running a pretty balanced attack, but McKissick is finding his receivers, and he's putting the ball in the place where only his receivers can get it. So we have to applaud him on that right there. But you can't count these Comets out. Not at all. We've seen this before. The Comets, crazy to say, are one of the best at coming back from behind. And this isn't anything new.
Don't, like I said, Tyler, you can't let this 5-4 record that the Vilonia Eagles have fool you. These guys are competitors. They will compete. And I know you said they like to get funky with the special teams game. I'm not sure what they're going to do here, but this probably be a great time for them to try something. But instead, he just pooch kicks it out of bounds.
And it looks like the Eagles did watch film on the special teams. They know that Daniel Brown and QJ can get that return and take it the distance at any time. And I think the Comets get this ball and get rolling right here. I think Ringo gets his offense together, gets everyone poised, calm, and they get this ball moving down the field inch by inch, yard by yard. Every yard counts.
Tyler, I think so as well, but our thoughts don't matter. Let's see what happens here as they line up in this double set. We know that Ringo can get these guys going, and I know he's beating himself up about that interception, but it's just a matter of time.
And I would go Jabray against 15 again any day of the week.
Speaking of Jabray, there he is there with a stiff arm.
And a first down.
A comprehensive wellness first down, gets out of bounds right at midfield.
And like I said, I think these Comets get the ball and get moving. If they get into the end zone, the momentum that the defense will have will be crazy momentum. And I think that will carry them, and that'll help stop the Eagles' offense and everything they're doing right there. And the Comets come out, trips left, throws a little quick screen, and that ball is right off the hands of Anton Pierce.
A rare drop right there by Pierce. And we know he's going to want that opportunity back.
And Carl, the Eagles know the amount of speed that these Comets have on this offensive side of the ball. They're dropping back before the ball is even snapped. They're giving the Comets a lot of curl routes and short routes just so they won't get beat. And right there we have a fumble. I believe that was Daniel Brown who fumbled that ball, but the ball was recovered. That brings up 3rd and 7.
What a aware play by Tyler Johnson right there to pick that ball up. Man, how crazy and wild that would have been if those Eagles found a way to get that ball. 3rd and 7. Looks like they just run the inside zone with Cameron Dunbar and pick up only a gain of 2, bringing up 4th and 5.
And the offense stays on the field, and I think that's exactly what they need to do. They're past the midfield. You have to trust the defense. Charlie tells the linemen what they need to do, getting everybody under control. Jabray Shaw manned up.
And Jabray has a step on his defender. Let's see if he finds him. He throws the ball up into the air
and catches it.
And they call
it incomplete. And he definitely had feet inside. He wasn't out of bounds at all.
Nevertheless, we are going the other way, and the Eagles have 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Empty set, 4 receivers split out to the right.
McKissick rolls out, looks deep, goes deep. Eli Mosier wide open, and it looks like that was a busted coverage, but that pass is incomplete.
Man, what a break right there for the Mills Comets, as he was behind every defender on that defense, and I think that one would have been 6 had he caught that. But one of the few mistakes that McKissick has made here today. And let's see what the Eagles do here, as they still do have the momentum.
Quick screen, and the defense is there. We have no flag.
Is there?
We do have a flag, and flags are flying in from everywhere. They're falling out of the sky, and it looks like this ball will be moving forward.
I'm not sure if that was face mask or horse collar, and it was a face mask.
And they are calling these face masks often and frequent. A free 15 yards. McKissick and the Eagles already past half midfield right now.
And with 34 yards to go left on this drive, I think The Comets have to find a way, any type of way, to make a play here. 21-0 is a deficit that they don't want to put themselves in. That's a big hole to crawl out of. An inside zone, and the play that they need is made right there by the entire defensive line.
And Carl, if you notice, when the running back Gibson is kind of shotgun right beside the quarterback about a yard and a half to the left of him or to the right of him, just a step behind him, 9 times out of 10 it's an inside zone, outside zone, or a little read option. But when he's spaced all the way out, he runs the little flare route, and they send him in motion when they're running mid screens, or he just runs a little out route right there. And right there you see the middle screen once again as he went in motion. So what the Eagles are doing, it isn't hard to sniff out. I mean, they've been running these 3 things. Mainly the running back is the person to watch if you want to know what type of offensive play they're running.
And Tyler, with our level of expertise, I don't think that's hard to sniff out. But let's see if the Comets can sniff it out here on this field as we have a 3rd and long situation, which plays into the hands and the strength of the Comets. We know they like these long yardage situations, as we spoke about pregame. And this is where the momentum play can be made. 14-0, they're not in bad shape. And the Eagles use a timeout, which I believe is their 2nd of the half, leaving both teams with 1 timeout and 7 minutes left to go in the 2nd quarter. And we're going to take a short break here right before we get back into the action. Please make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube at Mills Sports Network. And we are back in action. 3rd down and what looks to be about 17.
Cameron Kelly, the manager is Haley Eccles, and the mascot is Holly Wilson. A big hand for those that lead you.
A lot of screens, running back screens, wide receiver screens, but let's look and see if they take a shot down the field here as they send the running back in motion. And drops back, and a pass,
the pass is incomplete down the middle of the field, and the post-wheel combo doesn't work this time. Looks like the punting team will be taking the field right now, getting ready to punt this ball off to the dangerous Jabray Shaw.
And honestly, Tyler, if Jabray can catch this ball with a little space, I think this could be the first big play of the game for the Comets. Let's see if they even give him a chance here.
If Jabray gets his hands on that ball,
they do boot it.
And that is
Out
a
of
great
the end
punt,
zone.
but it still gives the Comets good field position. I mean, just to start off where they would have.
And Ringo comes out with a little pep in his step. That is what I like to see out of the kid, because when he gets in that rhythm, 4 passing touchdowns last week, Tyler. That's all I have to say about that. 320 yards. 0 interceptions.
And I think they just hand this ball off to Cameron Dunbar right here. And they do just that. He finds the hole, makes a cut, and is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Not sure where the forward progress is there, but he was stopped a yard behind the line of scrimmage, making it 2nd and 11, putting them behind the sticks already. They have to put this ball in the air, Tyler.
I think you're right.
A disciplined bunch this Eagles team
And
has
if you
been.
see who's holding Anton Pierce, I mean, he finds QJ. Does he connect? He does connect with QJ, and it looks like QJ is running to the 10, the 5, and now the end zone. But we don't need fireworks. We have Tyler Fountain and Carlton Suits on the call. And what do we like to do when QJ gets the ball?
crown that king.
And that's exactly what just happened as Ringo connects with QJ on the 60-yard touchdown pass, and that is a cornerstone touchdown.
And that is a great play call.
And that's how you take the eyes off of many of the players. You have the eyes going to the backfield as they try to run the little fake jet sweep with Anton Pierce, making the defense flow across the field and having QJ go right into the middle of the field as the safety came down. I'm not sure if you saw that one right there, Carl.
I did. I have those glasses on today. As they run the power left to Jabray Shaw, he is hit initially,
And he
reaches
gets
out
into the end zone
and
for
finds
the
a way.
two-point conversion.
Finds a way there, muscled his way.
And that is how you get this offense rolling. That's when the momentum shifts, and now these Comets are ready to rock and roll.
Now we're in a ball game. Huge momentum swing. That was crazy. Huge momentum swing. Feels like a basketball game right now. Am I lying though?
Big thanks to Friendship Baptist Church for providing tonight's pregame meal. Appreciate Brother Sean Mills, Taco Franco, and the congregation over there for supporting your Vilonia Eagles.
Just to play the Mills Comets needed. They now are behind 6 points, 14-8 with 6 minutes and 4 seconds left in this second quarter. I think the way this half ends will be detrimental to what happens in the second half and the strategies that both teams will have to put together to try to win this ball game for the second seed. What a play. QJ King gets that ball in his hands, and he steps right up to make this kick. Looks like this one will be out of bounds. Actually, I think we have a early jump by the Comets as well. And it is encroachment. And we're going to have a re-kick here, backing them up 5 yards. And let's see what this defense can do. That was a major play.
And like we know, the Comets can score at any time, can score at will, and QJ kicks that ball right there to Eli Mosier.
And he gets around that edge pretty fast.
And he is down at about the 48-yard line. And now McKissick trots out on the field with his offensive line. And I think this Comets defense is ready. I believe they are ready. And, of course, we have to pay attention to that running back, like I said earlier. But if the Eagles are trying to just hold on to this ball, I don't think this is going to go anywhere. And as you see, Gibson is kind of lined up a little bit far from the quarterback. So you might have to watch that little flare route.
And this is that tight bunch set that we've seen teams run against the Comets a couple times.
Ooh!
And what a close call there as he is slung out of bounds. And oh my
now
God,
we have a flag
it looks
for a
like
late
that
hit.
will be unnecessary
Caleb Sane.
roughness or horse collar on Caleb Sane. Gosh, that was going to be a major hit. I think we would have felt that one from the press box.
I think we would have too, and the kid has to be blessed because he sure enough dodged a hit right there.
He honestly did. I think that one, you talked about the inclement weather, but that might have been an earthquake right here in Vilonia, Tyler. This running back is finding a way to elude these defenders, at least the first defender, but we all know that the Comets roll in bunches.
And they go deep on Anton Pierce, something they need to stop doing. The kid is an athlete, a great athlete of that.
Not
And
only is he an athlete, but he is a prototype defensive back standing at about 6'2", is it, Tyler?
about 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", I don't know, but the kid is a prototype. 6'2" is what he is, Carlton. And who does he remind you of? But before you say anything, McKissick, they're lined up in this diamond formation to the left. He looks left, goes through his progressions, and is finally sacked and slung down to the ground by you-know-who, Charlie Collins. And he says, not today. Not here in his chocolate factory. Charlie and the chocolate factory, he lets them know nothing will be sweet tonight.
And that brings up third and what looks like to be about 19 yards. This play calling right here will be interesting as they do line back up in this bunch set. I expect to see some corner routes ran here, especially on this left side of the field at the bottom of your
Carl,
screen.
with this 3rd and long, you have to watch out for these screens or that little post wheel that they love to do. And right there, they run the corner route, and he is absolutely wide open. I mean, he was open.
And just as I said, Tyler, they run that corner route. That's what teams like to do out of that those bunch sets with maybe a few drags underneath. And, man. But, Tyler, you asked me who Anton Pierce reminded me of. And with his length on the outside, especially at this high school level, Tyler, I might just have to say it. I might just have to say it. I love his technique. I love his hands. I'm going to have to go Sauce Gardner.
The kid is saucy out there too, so I can't blame you right there. And right there, Gibson is tackled by Sane.
And, man, he's taking punishment in there on those inside zones. They're really getting after it. Sane and Charlie seem to be getting their flow going. And I think they understand how this O-line is trying to block them. The coaches have just kind of let the dogs off the leash here on this drive, letting them get after it. But they are in the red zone after a big play on 3rd down.
And McKissick looks right, has the wheel route, instead throws right there in the middle of the field, and that pass is incomplete. That brings up 3rd and 10 for these Eagles.
The way this half ends, like I said, Tyler, I think that will be big on the outcome of this game. They send another man in motion, run a drag rub, and he's able to get home right there.
The chocolate factory is officially open, and Charlie is going crazy right now.
And shout out to my man RJ as well, as he got in on that one, and he just wouldn't let him loose. He comes and finishes that play. I see you, RJ.
That brings up 4th and long, and we know these Comets, they handle business. It's time to get off the field, get that defense off the field, put your offense back on, let Turk get the ball in his hands, get rolling, and that's exactly what's about to happen.
And I don't know, I might just try to punt this ball out of bounds and pin the Comets back deep, making this offensive possession hard for them, closing this half with 3 minutes and 19 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. It's been a great defensive display this drive by the Comets. I like what I've seen, especially from those D linemen, as they've really gotten off the leash there. The DBs were pretty gullible on that 3rd down in that coverage. The corner was down in the flats too low. The safety was up too high. in that cover 2 set. And that corner route right in the crease of that defense. And we get ready to return to action here. Let's see what we get. It looks like that offense will stay on this field here in a
Carl,
double
you
set.
have to watch the post wheel combos that the Eagles have been running. Also, that corner route from their slot receiver. If they send a player in motion, he runs kind of like a deep shallow, but he's going to the short side of the field right now. Instead, he blocks. And right there, the deep shallow right there by Eli Mosier is taken away, and we don't have a flag right there. Turnover on downs. The Comets and Ringo now have the ball back in their hand, and we are about to see if we can get this ball moving. I mean, it's time to make something shake, and I think that's what Coach Scoot is going to do, him and these Comets.
And I love that play call, like you said, by Coach Scoot on the last drive, getting that jet motion, making that defense shift around, and then running the post with QJ right behind it. Great play call. Not sure how fast they're going to try to score here, but we are soon to find out as they line up in doubles with, it looks like, Cameron Dunbar back there in that backfield.
And they run that jet sweep right there once again. And I think they're running that jet sweep to officially set up kind of a, not even a reverse, but just a play action off of that jet sweep. So that is something we have to look out for. And Carl, the crazy thing to me is Jabray Shaw hasn't seen much of the ball tonight. I mean, they've tried to get it to him, but he hasn't been utilized as much with the ball in his hands. I think that changes here soon. Ringo drops back. Jabray Shaw right there does the scramble drill, and it looks like that pass was caught by Tyler Johnson. And we all know
catch.
That kid can make a play as well. I mean, they're deep at this receiver position. The skill positions are all on lock. I mean, and the Eagles know that as well. The speed that the Comets have, the athletes that the Comets have, they're giving the Comets these short routes, and they have to take advantage. Carl, do you take what the defense gives you, or do you keep taking shots? I know that's what you like to do, but right now we have to watch that blitz. Looks like they aren't going to blitz, and Daniel Brown is spun down and hit right there at about the 40-yard line. Now, Carl, like I was saying, do you take what the defense gives you, or do you take shots? And that was enough for a comprehensive wellness first down.
Like I said, I don't think they want to try to rush this possession, and you do want to make this the last possession of this half. I'd like to see maybe one more run, and as this clock gets under a minute, I think it will force the Comets to put that ball in the air. They do only have one timeout, though, so they may want to get it rolling early and start putting the ball in the air from here on out.
And Ringo goes through his progressions, hits Jabray Shaw on this little check down right here, and it looks like a horse collar. The refs aren't calling anything, and they did that on the opposite sideline. Not sure what's going on. They're saying he's pushing them out, but they are. That was a horse collar, I believe.
I believe so, too, but it looks like the ref got caught right there in the stampede. He was just trying to get out of the way.
I don't think
his
he was
eyes
trying to
weren't,
get out
his
of
eyes
the way
weren't
right
disciplined
there.
right there.
I don't think he was trying to get out of the way. I think he didn't want to call that horse collar.
Well, Tyler, your thinking has gotten me and you in a lot of trouble in our days.
It has. Ringo drops back. Cameron Dunbar looks to pick up. Ringo goes deep to Tyler Johnson. Can Tyler make the snag? And that ball is out of bounds. Incomplete pass, bringing up third down.
And Tyler Johnson's field awareness as he tried to track that ball down on that sideline. His field awareness is one of his best qualities. And one of the things that I really like about him, he can really tightrope that sideline.
And we do have 1 minute and 5 seconds left here in this first half. 14-8, the Eagles are leading, but the Comets aren't backing down. And I think they go deep to Anton Pierce. I think he has a mismatch way to the left side of the field. Instead, Ringo gets out of the pocket, shows that he is a grown man and picks up the comprehensive wellness first down as he showed me a little flash of Cam Newton right there, putting his head down to pick up those yards.
And this clock is running with 50 seconds. They got their ball set pretty quick. And Tyler Johnson may want to get set as they try to hurry up and get this call. Ringo looks to the sideline.
Trips left is what it is. Jabray Shaw on the out route. Instead, he throws that ball to Anton Pierce. Pierce makes a good catch and gets out of bounds. That will stop the clock at 33 seconds. And like I said, these Comets don't back down from anyone. They are absolutely on it and moving this ball down the field.
And man, what a throw right there. All the way to the other side of the field from almost a hash. Getting it over a defender's head, dropping it right into the breadbasket for Anton Pierce. 33 seconds and 1 timeout left. Plenty of time, especially in football. Let's see what they do with it as the play clock goes under 5 seconds.
And Carl, I think you know what they do with it. They're going to look right and go to their playmaker, Tyler Johnson, and
he's not able to
the
haul
ball
it.
as he hits the ground, but that is okay. We have 28 seconds left. We all drop passes here and there. That would have been a touchdown right there, but the Comets are still knocking on the door. That was a great play, and I think they do something similar to that once again. But, Carl, do you have to go deep? Can you just pick them apart with these 28 seconds left, or do you have to try and get in the end zone each time?
I like the shot on first down, but now second down situation, you just want to try to get some yards here. You do still have a timeout working in your favor. So let's see what they do here as Ringo drops back, finds, he has a man wide open in the back of the end zone, but instead he just throws it in the air.
And the ball is nearly caught once again and nearly intercepted, but that was QJ King right there. QJ was open at the beginning of that play, but that brings up third down with 20 seconds left. And Carl, now 3rd and 10, I think you do have to take another shot, but they can get a first down right here. They have a timeout left. Drop a play for a quick 10 yards. I mean, you can either throw a quick screen because the players can get to the end zone, or they can pick up the first down with no problem. And you have Tyler Johnson, Jabray, and Anton Pierce on the same side. Anton wide open on the slant route, fits right through the middle, and picks up a comprehensive wellness first down. 14 seconds left, 14-8. Mills down. And it looks like we are going to have a timeout by Coach Lee and the Comets to draw up a play to get into this end zone. 1st and 10.
And I think Coach Scoot will get creative with it here. That was a good play. We knew that was a go-for-it situation, even if they didn't get that third down. So what a great play just to get that slant across that middle, get the ball to Anton Pierce, and his big body frame able to pick up that first down. Now with about 15 yards left to go, I think you have about 3 shots at the end zone here, but I think they all have to be end zone shots because you don't have any timeouts, nothing to stop that clock. And Tyler, I'm not sure, but did the Comets get the ball first here in this game?
Not sure, Carl.
Not sure either. Not sure we'll be getting it back at halftime. We'll keep you updated on that. But we do have the Achilles Carpets 1 halftime show coming up in about 14 seconds as the Comets take the field here with trips right.
And I think these Comets make a play right here. I always think they will, but right now I think they make a play. Right now, Jabray Shaw cut right in front of his defender on 2 people, and that's enough for a cornerstone touchdown. That is the cheat code. Like I said, they have to utilize him, get the ball in his hands, and that kid is absolutely amazing. I mean, it wasn't many places he could go. He just jumped back in front of the DB. Like I said, it's a mismatch everywhere on the field right now, and you saw it here first.
You saw it here first for sure. And Tyler, that grip on that ball was tight. I'm not sure. I thought he was going to deflate it, but nevertheless, he scores, and now we have a tie ball game. They line up in this power set, giving them a chance to take the lead for the first time in this ball game. And Turk hands it off, power right, And the Eagles are able to sniff that one out, making it a tie ball game with 9 seconds left. And I'm sure the Eagles will try to just take this into the half here. Another 0-0 ball game going into half. And let's see what the Vilonia Eagles do. I'm not sure if they try to take a shot here. No timeouts. And I would have loved to see maybe a counter right there or go back with the power left like last time. It's just a matter of time before we get into the second half of action, and I have so much to say. This is Kill Carpet's One Halftime Show. Please make sure you guys like and subscribe on YouTube at Mill Sports Network, as well as PCSSD Sports Network, along with our colleagues with the Sylvan Hill Bears Sports Network and the Robinson Senators Sports Network, as well as the Maumelle Hornets Sports Network. QJ bags back and squares away to get this kickoff. Special teams is the third aspect of the game, and they want to keep that in mind here and not get lazy on this kickoff coverage. As he is wrapped up and slung out of bounds. What a great tackle right there. And with 4 seconds left, I'm sure that they will take a knee here. Only time for one play. Man, I can't get over that catch by Jabari Shaw. That was a great catch. And why not trust your best player to make a play when you need a play to be made? They line up in what I like to call a victory formation, and he kneels it down, and that will do it for the first half of action. We will be back here shortly on the Achilles Carpets One Halftime Show.
It is the grand opening sale at Akel's Carpet One.
Get up to 50% off store-wide with payments as low as $40 per room per month. Plus, get your sales tax paid.
We make it beautiful.
For less.
It is the grand opening sale at Akel's Carpet One.
Get up to 50% off store-wide with payments as low as $40 per room per month. Plus, get your sales tax paid.
We make it beautiful.
For less.
And as we get into our Kills Carpets 1 halftime show, we will now have a performance by the Vilonia Eagles Band. Please enjoy.
Senior Lauren Madden. Jonathan Esparza, Mila Garza.
Hey, ask him right there. He was a red man. He just said he got bad grades. He said he had bad grades in Rodney. Ask Rodney about the talent come through Ryersville and let him live in here, all that talent.
School Marching Eagle Band. The band originally performed at the state marching band contest where they received overall excellent, rating of excellent. We would also like to thank our seniors for their years of dedication to the band program. Thank you, seniors.
What a performance by that band. We are back live on the Mill Sports Network. Please make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube. And you can also find us on Facebook and Twitter as well.
At the Mill Sports Network, as well as Natural State Sports. And we do have other networks across the PCSSD. And that is the Maumelle Hornet Sports Network, Robinson Senator Sports Network, and the Sylvan Hills Bears Sports Network. And with all these games kind of time shifting from the regular start time, it's been kind of difficult tracking some of these games down to get some of the scores across the state right now. But we will have that update for you here soon as the Comets are stretching. And what we saw in that first half, mainly it was just a tough battle. I mean, the Comets, they had couple turnovers, 2 fumbles, interception. Vilonia had momentum, I mean, it was just a battle in that first half. I mean, Vilonia was up 14-0 in the first half. In the first quarter, looked like they were going to go up 21-0, but instead the Comets made a play, got the defense off the field, and were finally able to score that ball, and that's when we had a ball game. And now we have about 2 minutes and 35 seconds before the start of this second half, and Carlton is going to give you guys some of these scores across the state right now.
In the 7A conference, we have Cabot up with a commanding lead over North Little Rock, 28-0 right now in that game. We also have Benton up 36-0 at Sheridan. Our PCSSD partner, Silver Hills, currently lead Greene County Tech 21-14. Little Rock Christian is up 43-28 on Greenwood. Pulaski Academy is currently down to Lake Hamilton as that game pushes towards halftime. Of course, we're all knotted up here, and Parkview is currently up 21-0 against Camden Fairview. That is very surprising, as Camden Fairview has not been bad at all this season.
Who are they losing to?
Parkview. Parkview's up 21-0 on Camden Fairview.
Battle for the seeds. I mean, we are now seeing if teams are pretenders or contenders as November has finally came.
And that concludes the games that we have updates on right now around the state. But Tyler, we have a great one on our hands here. I think for the last 3 weeks, it feels like we've had the game of the week, as the intensity has been up. A lot at stake here for each team, week in and week out. These guys stretch it out here and try to push for this second seed. That second seed will be important because we know on the other side of the bracket, I think will be Robinson and Parkview, I believe, which means that the Comets would have to go off and face, I believe, is Shiloh Christian. And after they face off against Shiloh Christian in what will be the second round of the playoffs, I think it will be downhill from there for the Comets. But you never know, week in and week out. Playoff football is playoff football no matter what level you're playing at. And as time ticks away here and these teams get poised and ready for this second half of action, let's see what these coaches were able to draw up. Actually, they gave us a 3-minute extension on halftime. Let these guys get loose here.
And I think the adjustments that these Comets have made are going to be great adjustments, halftime adjustments. And I'm just ready to see what the Comets do here on defense. We know what they can do on offense. If Ringo doesn't turn that ball over, these Comets will definitely take charge and defeat these Vilonia Eagles.
And we love to see Daniel Brown's dad in those comments. He's always watching and supporting. And like he said,
what did he say?
He said that the second half is the Mills Comets half. And we know that to be true. Mr. Brown, shout out to you. You're always supporting us. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe on YouTube so you can follow me, Tyler, Terry, Mark, and Mr. Brown as well. And like Glorilla says, let's go.
And it was a tough first half, but that's why I love the second.
Man.
And we have a ball game on our hands.
And Tyler, as you can see here in the comments, they're rating some of our first half commentary. I love to see that feedback from the crowd. Please make sure you guys comment in the comment section.
What was your favorite one, Carl?
I like when he told us.
Are you making
He
something
said
up
you
right
saw
now?
it here first. Thumbs up. Chocolate Factory. Thumbs down. Man, I love this crowd. We are back, and I believe that the Comets' first playoff game, if they win this, will be at the U, a place that we like to call home, as I've gotten comfortable there. And talking to Coach Lee earlier this week, he doesn't seem like he wants to take his foot off the pedal. Even if they get up in this game, he wants his players to get immune to this type of environment, especially his key players. And I don't think they're doing any tanking here.
I don't think they are either. And you heard it in the interview that I had with Coach Lee. I mean, he said if that possibility comes, then maybe he can get some of the players out. But they're looking to make a statement and just play football. It's football. It's what the people love. It's what we love. And that's what's allowing us to do our job. And now these Comets are set to receive. Look like Charlie has some energy. Watch out. They like to get tricky on special teams. They haven't yet, but you never know when it could happen. But I think they keep this ball away from Daniel and QJ.
And they go right at him. Let's see how this pans out for them right here. As I see a crease, he sees it as well, and he's able to get up to about the 39-yard line.
And that was a great gator roll type of tackle by Kadian Gibson right there, number 24, who was able to get a hold of QJ's legs right there. And now we're going to see what Coach Scooten, this offense, has in store for us for this second half. Turk takes the field. Charlie's on the field. Comets, 1st and 10. Just shy of the 40-yard line. Cameron Dunbar in at running back. Anton Pierce, man coverage. Wide side of the field, top of the screen. I would give him a comeback route. If he press, why not throw the 9? But instead they hand this ball off to Cameron Dunbar, and he is tackled.
And that is just a great play right there by number 42 to spill, get in there, slide down the line, and make that tackle, because I saw daylight, and I think he did too.
And I don't think that's a bad play to come out with right after half. It's just setting up that type of play, action play, for them to go bombs away and throw something deep.
And this safety is playing around in that zone. He's about 8 or 9 yards.
Looks
he
like
may want to
Eli
back off.
Eli might be a robber in this formation right here.
Eli may want to stay away, as I see something downfield. Not for long. And as he tries to check it down to QJ King, throwing across his body, rolling left, throwing right. The ball is incomplete, and that brings up 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. Do you take a shot, or do you just keep it right here in front of these sticks, try to get that first down? And I think they're faking the blitz. They're not actually blitzing. It's terrible. No pressure is back there. They hand that ball off to Cameron Dunbar, and they actually swing them forward, but a flag flies in, gets tackled at about the 46-yard line, 4 yards shy of the first down.
This is a big penalty here.
Maybe 2 or 3 yards shy of the first down, and this is a big penalty right here. We're going to see what the ref has called. And that is enough for a comprehensive wellness first down. And on this first down, instead of being conservative right here and just running the ball, I think it is time to actually take a shot. And we're going to see what Coach Scoot does as we have doubles to the left and the right. Cameron Dunbar right there in the backfield with Turk. He looks deep, looks left, flushed out the pocket. We have a flag, pass complete to Jabray Shaw. Jabray makes a cut and is tackled from behind right there at the 30-yard line. And we're going to see if this ball will be coming back.
Looks like
And it
will.
looks like it will be coming back as it's a holding on the offense, and they will repeat first down.
20-yard pickup, but now they'll
10-yard
have
loss.
20 yards to go.
And
Actually,
they will be right there at the 35-yard line.
Make that 25 yards to go as they happen 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
First and 25. Doubles once again. They're bluffing the blitz. Watch 33. He's dropping back. And we have Anton Pierce completing that pass to get them right where they were at first. That brings up 2nd and 10.
And a pickup of
Second
about
and 9.
16. Pickup of about 16 right there for Pierce. We've seen him get loose a couple of times over that middle. The one that set up that touchdown catch by Jabari Shaw on 3rd and 10. Big play by him, and now they're back in regular yardage situations, 2nd and 9.
And they stay in this doubles formation, so it must be something that they like. They send the blitz right up the middle, and there's QJ making a cut. Oh, my gosh, are we at the barbershop or what? And he picks up a comprehensive wellness first down.
And what many people don't know about QJ is the lower half of his body is bigger than you think. The kid may only be about 180, but I promise you the kid does not go down easy. What a move. Another juke in that telephone booth.
Another juke in that booth, and this time he hands the ball off to Cameron Dunbar, who is making cuts, and he fumbles once again, but recovers that ball. And at least we have the positive yardage right there. And it looks like Jabray is wanting to come out of the game right now, but instead they keep him in. And they actually send Dunbar out. Jabray goes to running back, something we have been seeing later on in the season.
Something we love to see.
They might give him a little counter or outside zone right here, but they don't start off with it. They actually have him in there. He picks up the block, which we don't see by many running backs. And now Ringo is showing another impression of Cam Newton dropping the shoulder at the quarterback position and picking up the yards that are needed, and that's enough for a comprehensive wellness first down. It is now 1st and goal, and now it is Jabray time.
Yes, it is.
Like I said, they run the counter. Ringo makes a block. Jabray still running, and he gets into the end zone as he muscles his way, and that's enough for a cornerstone touchdown.
Tyler, he's not my cousin, but I want to call them man, because that was a manly play.
That was a manly play, and you saw it here first. Once again, we see videos of the kid working out on Twitter, Instagram. You can follow his Twitter as well. The kid is absolutely special, stays in the weight room. And Turk did make the lead block. That is what I announced. Ringo put his head in there, got some of that trench work, and that allowed Jabray to make another cut and get into the end zone. And these Comets are now in the lead, 20-14. Of course, they're going for 2. Coach Lee doesn't want to do anything other than that. And do they roll out, do the play action, or simply hand this ball to Jabray? And we have a flag in the back of the end zone. But it's 10 seconds left on the clock, so this can't be a delay of game. And now they actually just played a trick on the Comets and flipped the clock to 0.
I'm not sure how that happened, but I saw 10 seconds on that play clock. And a fair decision by the refs to put the play clock back at 25 seconds.
A fair decision it is. Now, do we have a rollout by Achilles Ringo, a play action, or do they hand this ball off to Jabray Shaw? Instead, they run the fade route to Anton Pierce, and the ball is nearly intercepted as he kind of put a little bit too much on it.
I don't think he put too much I think that he was more worried, the receiver, Anton, was more worried about the catch than the route. He didn't really run much of a fade. He kind of just tried to box the defender out as he was towering over him.
A little
But
bit
nevertheless,
too much.
incomplete.
20-14 is what it is. Third quarter, 8 minutes, 39 seconds left. The Comets are in control of this game.
20 points unanswered by these Comets. And let's see if the defense can match that energy, as they have made a couple of good plays down the stretch of that first half.
And it is go time. QJ ready to kick this ball off. Oh, no. And QJ has kicked this ball off. And he actually puts a foot in that one. It doesn't go out of bounds this time.
And what a tackle made right there. That is a great special teams play
And
by Derek Murdoch. And we all know once you get in the grip of that man, you may not ever get loose again. That's a player I want to key in on this half. I think Derek Murdoch will have a big half as they kind of let, like I said last half, let the dogs loose in that second quarter. And that is a big part of, I believe, what allowed them to be able to come back.
And Carl, I think they are about to let these dogs loose.
Empty formation.
And we will be seeing who let the dogs out, as McKissick is in empty formation with this trips right to the right side of the field. They like to run these deep shallows, and McKissick can't get anywhere as he is tackled by a trio of Comets, and that's our guy, RJ, in to get on that tackle with Caleb Sane and Big Charlie.
And Murdoch off that edge as well. I'm not sure who to credit that one to. Hey, how about we just give them all at least a half a sack? That was great right there. Let's see if they can get that pressure again.
And McKissick doesn't have anywhere to go, but the scramble drill is one of the best things in football. And right there, he makes a play to Eli. And Eli picks up the comprehensive wellness first down. And when you get in those scramble drills, you have to just stay with your man. Find your man. They can run any type of route. Whatever goes, goes. Just get open.
And he tried to jump that route there. I think he was in good position to defend that ball. But just got a little happy there, and we know that they can make plays at any given time. And I like this leverage right here by Anton Pierce.
I was just about to say that this one-on-one isn't something they want to try. He wanted to go there, but Anton is there, and Charlie makes the quarterback run out of bounds.
And that quarterback is getting out of that pocket, especially when rolling to his left. I think that is something that the Comets need to get a hold on, because later in the game that could hurt. They line up back in the double set. Running back doesn't show any signs of trying to get downhill. They look to the sideline to get the play call. And let's see what McKissick does here.
They have doubles to both sides, send that running back in motion, fakes that flare route, runs that middle screen, and he is tackled.
Well defended by Daniel Brown.
Doesn't get the first down, and Daniel Brown makes the play right there. Actually, they do get the first down. That is enough for a comprehensive wellness first down, but that was a good tackle by Daniel Brown. And McKissick is the quarterback that has been taking control of the game. He's been making the right reads, the right plays, and just putting his receivers in position like that right there. He hits Eli. Eli makes a cut, but Jabray takes him down right there out of bounds, shy of the 20-yard line. And these Eagles aren't backing down right now, are they, Carl?
They're not. And I saw RJ come out of that game right there in that middle. And as soon as he came out, that pressure coming from the middle of that defensive line just wasn't there the same way that it once was when he was in there. But nevertheless, as they get ready to press into the red zone, they line up in doubles again. Looks like this will be an inside zone. But instead, it is a play action RPO. He finds a way to get loose, but
And McKissick is making great plays right now. Like I said, he's keeping their plays alive. Second and 10 for the Eagles. And we're going to see what McKissick can make happen right now. Does he go to Eli? I mean, he also likes to go to his other favorite receiver, Jack Vines, but Jack has been shut down by Anton Pierce in tonight's game in this man coverage that he's been in. And once again, they run that inside zone. Doesn't get much right there. That brings up 3rd and about 8. Down to the 18-yard line. 20 to 14, 3rd and 7, I'm sorry. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left.
And without Jalen Into out on that field, we know how big he is to this ball club. And they get around.
Throws another screen to Gibson, and it looks like Gibson might get into the end zone, and he does fall short on the 2-yard line. And now the Comets have to make a play in which we all know they can.
Let's see if they can stuff this middle right here. Earlier in the game, on the first touchdown of the game, they actually were able to run the ball right through the middle. Let's see if they had that same success here. Looks like they bring in their power back. Motion a man in to block, and he wiggles his way into the end zone for a cornerstone touchdown, knotting this game up all at 20. And with 5 minutes and 44 seconds left in the third quarter, both teams score on their opening possessions. 2 great drives put together. And this field goal attempt to try to take a 1-point lead.
And the field goal is up and in, and they now have the lead 21-20. Here goes the fireworks. But the great thing about that is the Comets now get a chance on this offensive side of the ball right after this kick return. And we're going to see what they can do here.
Not able to get that stop that they would have liked to out of the half. Let's see what this defense dials up, because these players don't seem to be too happy about that. As the fireworks smoke makes its way up into the booth. Hope not to see any more of that this game.
And if you pay attention, they have a different kicker in right now.
And we see why as he tries to squib kick it up the middle. But it is hit by the front line defender, and he kicked and recovered that ball.
And like I said, they love the trickery on special teams. I've said it all game. And you have to pay attention to the kickers that they have in. 73 is their main kicker. And now these Comets are back on defense, but they've been here before. That's the great thing about it.
This game
now
is starting
these
to
Eagles,
have a playoff atmosphere to it, Tyler.
These Eagles are ready to take charge right now. They are still looking to put this ball in the air, and that pass is incomplete as Wesley tried to connect with Eli right there. 2nd and 10.
Another one of those out routes. It's really hard to cover that when you're playing inside leverage and man coverage. But I'm not sure that they'll adjust here. I think that's their game plan, and they're going to stick with it. Ooh. Motion running
And
back out to
McKissick
the
is
left.
now empty, looks deep, flushed out the pocket. Can he get the first down? No, he doesn't. And he is tackled and sacked. I believe that is Charlie Collins right there on that tackle for a loss. That brings up 3rd and 12.
And RJ again. RJ getting his hands in there, putting pressure, applying pressure up that middle. I think that was a big play last possession when they took him out of the game for that one or two plays. Those 1 or 2 plays. Empty set. And sends a man in motion. McKissick does.
You have to watch Eli right there with the double move. Instead, they have another scramble drill, and this pass is incomplete. And the Comets are in luck, but do the Eagles stay on the field? No, they don't. It's now 4th and 12. They're looking to punt.
Great play by Daniel Brown right there.
See what Jabray Shaw does if this ball can get in his hand.
Daniel Brown has had his seatbelt on this game. I've liked how he's defended and been able to come off his own receiver to make other plays.
And this is a terrible punt, but that's good for the Comets. And that ball is right there at the 40.
Great field position.
And I think Ringo and this offense can now take control and get into this game and keep this game rolling as they're down by 1 point, 21-20, 4 minutes, 36 seconds left here in this 3rd quarter. And they actually come out in this doubles type formation. You have QJ, Tyler Johnson, Cameron Pierce, and it looks like Cameron Dunbar is going to have a comprehensive wellness first down right there as he got the outside zone. And we're going to see what Coach Scoop can dial up for this offense. Can Turk keep this offense poised and get them back into the end zone? They have the ball. They can gain the momentum, keep the momentum rolling. They made a stop on defense. Can they keep this offense going right now? Turk drops back, looks left, goes through his progressions, flushed out of the pocket, knows he has to run, gets out, and gets about 1 yard as the refs finally blow the whistle. And we do have a late hit right there by number 4, but no flag has been thrown on these Eagles just yet.
And there's actually an Eagle down on the field. He got caught up in the mix of that dog pile right there. But getting back right there to the line of scrimmage was a great play for Achilles Ringo. Glad he took that. He missed a receiver. I think he had Jabray open early. But after he missed him, great not to force a decision like he did earlier and threw the interception. He's not a kid that makes the same mistakes a lot, especially not in the same game. As the Eagles player is able to make it off of the field on his own strength, hoping everything is okay for him. 2nd and 10 from the 49-yard line.
And we actually have Jabray Shaw now in at running back. So that is something to look out for. And it looks like he's going to get the ball right here. Yes, he is. Makes a cut. Not sure how the kid can just adjust to anything, but the instincts he has when the ball is in his hands are amazing. The kid is absolutely amazing when the ball is in his hands. 3rd and 2, 3rd and short. Of course, they give it to Jabray Shaw once again. Why not? Inside zone. Maybe he bounces it if the hole gets cloudy. But if it's clear, he can take that all the way to the crib. He follows big number 58, and he picks up the comprehensive wellness first down.
And the Eagles were asking for a flag there as he hurdled the defender on that second down play, but they don't get it. And first down from the 37-yard line going in.
And
3
that
minutes.
lead blocker is definitely someone you want out blocking for you. Big Green, will they use him? No, they won't. Ringo drops back. Tyler Johnson wide open. And Ringo is actually stepped on as he tries to deliver that ball deep to Tyler Johnson. But like I was saying, that was Demarius Green lead blocking for Jabre on those 2 plays to get that first down and get this ball moving right here. That brings up 2nd and 10. And we're going to see what the Comets do right here as they actually bring in number 17 for Tyler Johnson. And number 17 is James Stevenson, the senior wide receiver and DB with Ento out of the game. They hand that ball to Jabre once again. He tries to spin and luckily holds onto the ball and loses a couple yards right there. That brings up 3rd and long.
And James Stevenson has been a big part of what they've been doing on the defensive side of the ball. He's also been great on special teams. He's done a lot of great tackling today, so we want to definitely highlight that kid. His number 17 comes out of the game. Tyler Johnson back in after running the deep route, and he'll have to run another one here to pick up this yardage, 3rd and 12.
And Turk drops back, looks left, and completes that pass to, of course, QJ right behind the sticks, and that's enough for a comprehensive wellness first down. And QJ hasn't been too silent this game, has made a couple plays here and there. And did you have something to say, Carl?
Oh, yes. QJ actually made that big play on that post route on the fake jet sweep motion. Let's see if they can use him again and get him open.
And Turk is running the ball tonight, and he's doing something that we haven't seen him do much at all this season, and the kid is actually picking up first downs with his feet. Like I said, this is a battle for the number 2 seed. The number 2 seed in the playoffs, and he's playing like it, and the kid can go. I mean, the kid can go. I told you before, I had the chance to catch up with him, and we actually have a time warning, sideline warning on Vilonia. But like I said, Ringo, he told me he was looking forward to a win, but also looking forward to proving himself against competition, because he doesn't feel like he gets as much recognition as he deserves. So he's looking to prove to college coaches that he can hold his own.
He's been doing just that.
He wants to be talked about when the conversation comes up of who is the best quarterback.
With another year left under his belt. 2 weeks ago, 4 rushing touchdowns. Last week, 4 passing touchdowns, showing his versatility there. And he already has some strikes here tonight.
And like I asked him, being a young quarterback, how is he looking to help the seniors out this season? He said being a young quarterback comes very natural. He's been playing it his whole life, and right there he's flushed out the pocket once again and throws a dot to Anton Pierce for the touchdown, and we have a flag, and this might be coming back. But the Pierce and Ringo connection is something special. And
what a play by
actually
Pierce.
have a flag right there as Pierce, like I said, the scramble drill is one of the best things in football when the play breaks down, but instead it doesn't work this time as the touchdown gets called back. But like I was saying, Ringo said he's been playing quarterback his whole life, so being a young quarterback comes very natural. He's doing his best leading the team, and he's trying to send those guys out with a bang. And he say all of his guys have been locked in and waiting for Friday night. They're expecting nothing short of a win. And we can see tonight that he is exactly doing what he told him. He's doing exactly what he told me. And right there, Pierce is wide open again. But instead, Ringo connects with Tyler Johnson. And we will now be first and goal from about the 8. yard line. And Ringo is going off right now.
Actually, with the lost yardage, I believe that will be second and about 5, as they were far behind those sticks.
I did not see that.
And Tyler Johnson has had himself a game. He should be pushing up on about 100 all-purpose yards tonight. He got a couple jet sweeps early in the game, made a couple catches. It's been very balanced.
Tyler Johnson has had himself a season, and so has Jabray Shaw as he gets into the end zone once again for the cornerstone touchdown. Of course, you saw it here first on the Mill Sports Network, and these Comets are rolling. They are now back in the lead, and like you said, Tyler Johnson has been having a great game, great season, and he's also received an offer from Arkansas Baptist, so we have to throw him a little love right there. And the kid is special.
And a dead ball. I don't believe that you can return 2-point conversions in high school. So instead of a 7-point game, we have a 5-point lead here by the Mills Comets with 1 minute and 25 seconds left in this third quarter. The Vilonia Eagles are looking for any type of momentum right now as they wanted to run back that 2-point conversion to make it a 3-point game.
And these Comets are falling out of the sky right now. They're on a roll.
26-7 run by these Mills Comets after being down 14-0. You got to like your chances here. But Vilonia on their senior night, last home game that these guys will probably play in their high school careers for those seniors. This is a big moment for both teams. And like we said, this is a game that has playoff intensity, playoff atmosphere, and playoff implications.
And we have 1 minute and 25 seconds left here in this third quarter, 26-21. The Comets are in control right now, and we're hoping it stays that way. And these Eagles only have 5 guys lined up on this front line, and everyone else is about 15 yards or further back.
And offsides again, pushing them back 5 yards, and this will be a re-kick by the Comets.
And they're kicking it to that side that Ron White, a.k.a. the captain, the side that he is on. And hopefully he can make a play right there. And I believe that is Murdoch on the same side as the captain. So hopefully they can make a play if this ball stays in bounds and they don't reverse fields.
They let it bounce. Not sure if that was a good decision as he picks it up there and made the most of it. Picked up about 12 yards, bringing them to the 42-yard line, and that is where they will begin their drive.
And this defense is back on the field and ready to rock and roll.
Ready to rock and roll. They are double set again for McKissick. Press man coverage. They might want to try something right here on this right side, but it might not. They might want it to be Anton. Inside zone, he has a gap. Yes, he does. And Gibson finds his way to another first down, picking up about 19 yards on that run.
And McKissick hands it off for another inside zone, and Gibson is absolutely running.
He sure is gashing the middle of this Comets defense.
And it looks like they kind of have their foot on the pedal
They do.
McKissick once again. Wide open and right through the fingertips of number 10.
And it looks like the defender fell right there. That was Daniel Brown. Whew. What another close call for that Comets secondary.
Now third and short.
That's where Mills lives, baby.
And I think they try to get another short out route or one of those quick screens right here. Instead, they run the inside zone, which has been working. He spins off a defender, spins again into a tackle by Jabray Shaw at about the 25-yard line, but enough for a comprehensive wellness first down.
And RJ is now coming into the game fresh. Hopefully he can make a play. Fresh legs.
RJ sure does make a difference in that middle when he's in the ball game. Let's see if he can here as they've been gashing them this entire time.
And McKissick sends his running back in motion. Goes deep. Jabray Shaw right off the middle finger. And incomplete.
Man, if he was able to haul that in, what a play that would have been. That guides us into this fourth quarter. 12 minutes left of play, 26-21. Your Mills Comets are up right now currently over the Vilonia Eagles. And we will take a short break here before we get back into the action as we flip.
And a house can be intimidating, whether it's your first house or your 10th house. You know, and at Cornerstone, I feel like it's our job to kind of act as that offensive line for you. We want to help you get that ball to the end zone, so we're going to pave the way for you. And what we want to do is get you to the closing table on time with no stress, so you can do your own little touchdown dance, whatever that may be. And a house can be intimidating, whether it's your first house or your 10th house. You know, and at Cornerstone, I feel like it's our job to kind of act as that offensive line for you. We want to help you get that ball to the end zone, so we're going to pave the way for you. And what we want to do is get you to the closing table on time with no stress, so you can do your own little touchdown dance, whatever that may be.
And we are back. McKissick and his offense, he comes out in that empty formation. Of course, you have to watch him when he gets out of the pocket. He can run. Watch the jet sweep here. That's exact. Holding. We have a holding with no flag, and the ref is oblivious to what is going on the field. A clear holding call. And these Comets will now have to beat the refs and the Eagles. And now Gibson back in, fresh legs, maybe another inside zone. And that's exactly what it is. And he keeps those legs moving. Like I said, when he's about 1.5 yards back to the either side of the quarterback, they're handing that ball off right there to the running back. And they're running right up the middle. That's enough for a comprehensive wellness first down. It is now, what down is it?
And they blow the time out there. They had 12 men on the field trying to replace Daniel Brown out at that corner position, but weren't able to in time. So Coach Lee burns a timeout. Not sure if that will hurt later in this quarter or not, but they do have 2 timeouts left.
I've been down and I realize
And we are back right out of the timeout. 11 minutes, 6 seconds left. Mills up by 5. Eagles knocking on the door, 1st and 10. McKissick and his offense, they're rolling right now. He has control of their offense. Shows you why he is a good quarterback. And we are going to see what the Eagles do right here. And they drop back, running back on the wheel route. Anton Pearson, the coverage, and that pass nearly caught for a touchdown, but it is incomplete.
And these playmakers have to stop trying to cheat the play and undercut all of these footballs, because McKissick is starting to see it and dropping it right over their heads. We've seen it a couple of times in a couple of different instances in this game.
And do we have pressure coming? They actually run Gibson right up the middle. And that's enough for a cornerstone touchdown. And the little man is running. And here comes the special teams unit. And the Eagles now go back up by 1 point with 10 minutes and 55 seconds left. You have number 73 in to kick it. And you can kick. You can block and he can kick. And that's enough to hear some more fireworks. And now the Eagles are up 28-26, and these Comets just have to keep scoring. I guess this game will be a shootout.
A shootout it will be.
And waiting on the Eagles to take the field. And once again, they have a different kicker in the game. Isn't 73, isn't number 3, it's number 13 right now.
He was actually able to kick and recover the ball last position.
A different player once again, and this time he squibs it to Daniel Brown.
And Daniel might want to grab that ball. I understand what he was trying to do there.
It did look like the ball hit his leg, but maybe the ref didn't see that one.
So he doesn't onside kick at that time. And they will have it from the 35 yard line.
Turk and this offense now takes the field. We're going to see if they take the field by storm. Going to see if they can make a play with this. And they are in doubles. Maybe an inside zone to start this series off. I believe that's Daniel Brown in the backfield. Instead, he steps up to block. Ringo looks deep, has QJ coming across the field, is now flushed out of the pocket, throws to QJ King, pass complete for a comprehensive wellness first down. And man, the line, they are blocking tonight. Ringo has nothing but time.
Great job blocking by that front 5.
And of course, the Eagles are only sending 3 people, which is giving Ringo all day and allowing these speedy receivers to do what they have to do to get open. It's called compromising, and that's exactly what they're doing. But this time they send a blitz from the outside. Daniel Brown dancing right now, and it's actually swung forward and down at about the 49-yard line.
Good pickup right there on first down, 5-yard pickup. And Daniel is sure one of those guys, like I said earlier. He gets outside, he can be dangerous, but he's not scared to put his nose in there as well. And it looks like Jabray will be back at running back on this play as Daniel jogs off of the field.
And maybe they give it to Jabray right here. Maybe they just throw a pass and then give it to Jabray. The Eagles are showing blitzing. They will be blitzing off the edge, and that's exactly what they do. Ringo steps up. Anton Pierce, man, falls, and Anton has enough for another comprehensive wellness first down. And like I said, Jabray in at running back to cause all those people to come inside the box, and instead the Comets pass. They do the right thing right there. And now that he's lined up a little bit behind Ringo, it's now Jabray time. And I believe this will be an inside zone or a counter with Big Green as the lead blocker. We'll see right here. Shifts to the left side. Instead, they have another lead blocker, and Jabray Shaw is tackled about right at the line of scrimmage, bringing up 2nd and 10.
And I like that Anton's been proving himself as not just a deep threat, but on these key downs, they are going to him on these curls and these slants, different routes, and he's showing his versatility there. Great job by Anton so far.
2nd and 10, doubles, both side. Eagles send pressure. Ringo out the pocket and gets about 2 yards right there, bring up 3rd and 8. And the Eagles have actually changed what they've been doing. They've been showing blitz and not actually sending it, but now they're showing the blitz and actually sending it this half. And they're mainly coming through that A-gap and right on the outside. But blitzing on this 3rd down play right here, I don't think that's something you want to do against this Comets offense. And Ringo looking to find a receiver, gets out of the pocket, running, and will they give him the first down? Looks like he has it. And that's enough for a comprehensive wellness first down. And the kid has been showing his wheels off tonight, laying it all out on the line. Whatever it takes, baby. And now they actually put Jabray Shaw back in at running back, goes from receiver to running back. And I think this is just a decoy to draw them inside some more, but instead they're in their running formation. And they actually give it to Jabray. Woo! And oh my gosh, I thought it was QJ with the cuts, but it's Jabray Shaw. And man, we have a boxing match right now. They're going back and forth. I don't know what type of play that was.
Toe-to-toe, blow for blow. Tyler, I saw it from the beginning. It was a HB direct, and he's the one that read it to Achilles Ringo. That was very creative. Coach Scoop, shout out to you. But like you said, toe-to-toe, blow for blow. This has been a ball game for the ages.
And Carl, you say you saw it here first or you saw it here first? The cheat code is absolutely cheating right now and doing what he does best. When I think the kid is tired, no, the kid breaks for a long run or a reception. And right there, they run the read option again. Ringo puts his head down in the stop shot right there in front of the end zone.
And they were able to slip that one out from the beginning, making this only a 4-point lead with 7 minutes and 42 seconds left in this 4th quarter. And Tyler, I think this is 4th touchdown of the game, 3 rushing, 1 receiving. And I think we got to switch the saying up, man. We got to go from you Shaw here first to where there's a Jabray, there's a way. The other saying that we like to say about Jabray Shaw.
You are definitely right.
But it's going to come down to this defense. 7 minutes and 42 seconds left. You got to think that'll be enough time to get this ball back But we've seen crazier things happen, Tyler. We really have.
And Carl, 90% of the earth is covered by water. And the other 10%, 5 is covered by Jabray, and 5 is covered by Anton Pierce.
I agree. But that is why McKissick has not been putting that ball down the field. Hitchy, slant, screen. I think that's what they're going to try to get a lot of. Gibson has been running that ball hard, though. I must give him that. Not sure if Gibson is a senior or what, but he's sure running like his life is on the line.
He is, and that's because he has to. When you have Big Charlie, Caleb Sane, Ryan White, a.k.a. the captain, and Murdoch coming after everyone.
Woo!
And 44 knew exactly what to do right there. Got down very quick. And we see now QJ can kick any type of ball you ask him to kick. The kid might have played soccer. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either, but he is an athlete, and we can't wait to see him ahead of the action before we get into basketball season. I've heard he's a pretty good hooper. I've actually got the hoop with him one time, Tyler.
Is that the time he put 30 on you?
No, it was just a pickup game.
Yeah. And McKissick and his offense ready. They're tight right now, and that's when they like to roll out. We have a holding, but the ref isn't going to call it. And Jabray is right there, and he makes a crazy hit and digs the grave. And now we have a player down on the field.
And as well as a penalty flag.
See the shovel animation, and he's letting them know he's putting them down in there.
And that was a great hit. The kid led with his shoulder. But I believe that they are going to try to call this a targeting call. I wish the refs could tune in to the Mills Sports Network channel, as you guys should. Please like and subscribe to see more plays like this. My God, I hope the kid is okay. But what a major blow right there by Jabray Shaw. But more than anything, we hope the kid is safe and okay. And as the Comets take a knee here.
Carl, I'm not sure if that hit was illegal. I don't think it was, but I don't know if I'm biased. But the kid is able to get up and get back on his feet. The Eagles feel like that gives them a little bit of momentum.
And he actually jumped up, Tyler, and pumped up the crowd. And you got to think that they're going to want to get their lick back right here.
And this might be where they go wrong, trying to get their lick back. And I don't think it'll work out in their favor.
And I'm not sure what happened, but I believe that they do call that penalty. And looks like Jabray Shaw will stay in the ball game. But man, the crowd is going crazy. I thought there were only about 50 Comets in the crowd, but it sounds like they're about 300.
Carl, you're right. And everybody has came to see these Comets play tonight. 1st and 10 is what it is. McKissick in shotgun, hands it off to Gibson. Gibson nowhere to go, and is tackled right there at the line of scrimmage.
And I think these teams will get a little scrappy here.
And I believe Jabray Shaw gave the Comets the momentum they might have needed to end this game. 7 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Everybody is riled up, the crowd, the players, the coaches, and this is Friday Night Lights. McKissick rolls out right. Derek Murdoch blocked by 2 people. You can't contain a gorilla when he's in the forest, not even in the jungle. Only time you can contain him is in a zoo, and this isn't a friendly environment.
And I can tell you one thing about Murdoch. The kid hasn't made it to college yet. He's not in the fraternity, but he's a real stepper. And
King
I mean
Kong.
that
We might got King Kong in the trunk right there, Carl.
We just might.
And McKissick looks left and throws an incomplete pass.
Woo.
And who is it again Derek Murdoch.
My
like I said, you can't contain a gorilla in the jungle, only in the zoo, and this isn't a friendly environment. This isn't Boo at the Zoo. We're past Halloween, but it's a lot of scary stuff going on right now, Carl.
And for McKissick, that had to be scary to turn your head to the right and see Derek Murdoch in your face.
Woo! 4th and 9.
Scary hours, 4th and 9.
What it is, 28-32. The Comets are in the lead. 7 minutes left. The running back lined up wide, watched the flare route.
Biggest
and
play of the
McKissick
game.
drops back, has nowhere to go, goes deep to number 10. The ball is intercepted by Jabari Shaw, and the kid is running.
And they call him. Did they call him down?
The refs call him down. Oh my gosh.
And that one was going back for 6. I can almost guarantee it. We know what type of vision that kid has.
The kid is leading the state in interceptions, and that would have been another pick 6 right there. He has a pick 6 on the season, and the refs call him down. Not sure exactly what happened right there. And at least we have the interception. And like I said, Jabari Shaw gave us the momentum that we needed. And now we can end this game on the right foot.
Or the left, or both of them, because we are 10 toes down, Tyler.
We are, and we are stepping on anything that gets in our way. Cameron Dunbar in at running back. Jabari Shaw back at receiver number 15, who he snagged on earlier in the game, is lined up against him. They run a read option right there with Turk, makes a cut and is finally down after picking up about 5 yards, I believe. 4 yards. It's now 2nd and 6. And now Dunbar comes off the field. QJ in at receiver in man coverage. Jabari Shaw at running back.
4 touchdowns and an interception, Tyler.
Will he seal the game tonight? They run that running back. Direct snap. The kid is crazy.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! He's going to the house, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, and the end zone. And like I said, the kid is going to seal the deal. That's another touchdown. 38-28, up by 10, and of course, Coach Lee is going for the 2-point conversion.
Oh my God!
Kid, you are special. You are amazing. Half man, half amazing. And you saw it here first. He's an absolute cheat code for anybody.
Tyler, I have a new saying.
What saying is that? This might be your 3rd one.
Ocho goes loco.
I don't like that one.
You don't like that one?
But that's enough for a cornerstone touchdown. And the kid is absolutely stunning right now.
My God.
The big and the touchdown. Let's go. Go.
Jabari Shaw,
The best
you
player in the
deserve
state.
everything coming your way.
The best player in the state of Arkansas.
And I said he was about to seal the deal, and that's exactly what he did. 38-28, 5 minutes, 58 seconds left, up by 10, timeout call, and the Comets are on a roll. Like I said, Jabari gave them the momentum that was needed, and that momentum has carried them to the end zone yet again. And of course, we already know who the player of the game is.
Yes,
Ocho Jabari. I'm not sure what you said, but that's, I believe, 5 touchdowns for the kid tonight.
And an interception, Tyler.
And the interception looked like it would have been a pick 6. Would have been a pick 6.
100 yards.
And the kid is going crazy. I mean, he has a stat line longer than a Chick-fil-A lunch line on a Monday at 12 o'clock noon. And I want to stop talking about the play, but the kid hurdled the defender, made a cut, made another cut. Great block by Ringo, made another cut, and let's see if they get into the end zone right here. Instead, they don't call. And they don't need to throw the flag. We got Charlie Collins in the middle of the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And Achilles is in his bag.
Yes,
I'm not sure which kind it is. The Fendi, the Louis,
I think it's
the
a
T-Felt, the Birkin, or the C-Shoots bag. I'm not sure. But if it's that T-Felt bag or the C-Shoots bag, he's definitely in a crazy one right now. I can tell you that. And now you hear the music playing, cheerleaders dancing, cheerleaders cheering, crowd in the stands going crazy. 40-28 is what the score is. 5 minutes and 57 seconds left in this ball game.
And man, no better place than the U.
No better place than the U. In 8 games this season, they've had 4 away games, and they turned each away game to a home game and turned the other school into the U, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. And they kick this ball to Eli. Eli has nowhere to go, and he is tackled right there at the 44-yard line by the kicker, the receiver, the DB,
the returner,
the quarterback. He does everything.
And it's usually more exciting when the kicker makes a play, but we're used to that kid making plays.
We are. And Carl, I mean, you don't want to shy away from the script, but now you are in a rush to score. You're down by 12, 40-28, 5 minutes and 51 seconds left. And McKissick drops back. We have a holding right there. And the ball is dropped by Gibson, and it's getting tough out there right now. 2nd and 10 is what it is, and the pressure is getting worse.
Man, McKissick, I feel sorry for you, kid. You have played a great ball game, but in a situation like this, it's pretty tough. It is pretty tough out there right now, and all I can see in your future, channeling my inner That's So Raven, I see another interception, Tyler.
And the kids here at the U, they deserve it. 8-1, about to be 9-1. The game is far from over, but they are in the lead by 12. Pressure back there. Another sack by Derek Murdoch. The kid is leading the state in sacks, and all of the Comets come to tackle him. We see RJ, we see Derek, we see Caleb, and we see big number 72.
3rd and about 15 right here. They have to put the ball in the air. We know what their results is. We know what their results in, Tyler.
And
but I'm not going to spoil it.
to put the ball in the air right now.
I'm not going to spoil it, but we all know.
3rd and long, we know how this defense gets down. He rolls out right, looks deep, and Eli's wide open, but Jabray Shaw once again makes a play and throws his hands across and lets them know he is there. But it looks like he is slow to get up, and the trainers will have to help Jabray Shaw as he goes down on the side of the field.
And he comes up hobbling.
No, he's on the ground. He's not up.
He's grabbing that right knee. He came up hobbling a little bit and went right back down
right
to the ground.
calf. And hopefully and the kid is up and able to walk off by himself. And now this rain is starting to come in, not just from the sky, but on the Eagles sideline, because when it rains, it pours. And that's exactly what's going on. We're pouring down on their senior night. And we have our man Mark in the building tonight. Shouts out to Mark on the camera, doing a great job. You guys are able to see all of this because of Mark. And our guy Scary Terry on production. Great producer, doing everything he can in his power to keep me and Carl poised, because we can't get rowdy on this mic when we see the kids from the U going crazy. We might turn the U to the C because the kids are going crazy right now. Kids going crazy, I'm going crazy, crowd is going crazy. And McKissick drops back, tries not to throw an interception. Does he throw an interception? No, he completes the pass to Eli, and Eli goes down right at about the 37-yard line.
McKissick, the kid can't keep his cool. 4th and 15, a play that you just had to have to even think about having a chance in this ball game. But a lot of ball left, but we have to think that the Mills Comets will be able to pull this one away as he drops back in empty coverage. Throws the quick middle screen, and once again, as he's been doing all game, he stiff arms, and we have ourselves a ball game here as he pushes it into the end zone, and the score is now 40-34. The Mills Comets are still up by 6 points with 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
And like I was gonna say, Carl, you don't mind, you do mind, but you don't mind the scoring. What you do mind is the onside kick. You have to recover the onside kick. You know it's coming, and you have to stand tall. And maybe if we blow a little bit right here, 73 might miss this field goal.
And he puts it through the uprights, making it a 5-point ball game, 40-35. The Mills Comets lead the Eagles. 4 minutes and 29 seconds left. The Eagles do have 3 timeouts, so there is a lot of time left in this ball game, nevertheless.
And I am looking for Jabrayshaw. He's at the end of the field. He has a little limp. Not sure if we're going to see him this offensive series. And like I said, 73 isn't in to kick anymore. 13 has been the kicker when things get tricky. And you have to be prepared.
Oh! And they get the bounce
and
they
the
needed.
Comets actually recovered this one. It was crazy. I mean, that was going to be ugly. We know what McKissick can do when he has the ball in his hands at quarterback. The kid has been picking the defense apart. We haven't seen a quarterback do that all season. But this kid is dropping the ball in the basket every time. But luckily, the Comets have recovered the ball. And now that we have a little mist, a little sprinkle coming down, the Comets are going to have to hold on to this ball for the rest of the game. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left, 40-35, up by 5. Comets winning. 1st and 10.
Woo, close call. That ball
ricocheted
off of a Comets player and then an Eagle as well before being recovered by a Comet.
And looks like Ringo is going to hand this ball off to Daniel Brown. Daniel running.
Okay, young man.
And I believe he picks up a comprehensive wellness first down. And what we like to do is keep those chains moving. And that's exactly what they are doing. And it looks like these Comet players are coming up hobbling a little bit as Anton Pierce is limping to the sideline. Hopefully he is okay. Maybe got hit on that onside kick. Not sure, but we already have Jabray down right now. And now the clock will be extended to 4:21.
As I believe that Daniel Brown ran out of bounds on that play. But first set of downs nevertheless.
First set 1st and 10, Cameron Dunbar in at running back. Ball snapped high, but Ringo was able to get it, and Cameron Dunbar is brought down about a yard or two shy from the line of scrimmage. That is a tackle for a loss, bringing up 2nd and 12. Looking to the sideline, but just looking to keep this clock running. That's what you want to do. And now that Jabray is out of the game, Pierce hobbles back in the game. I would want to get this ball to QJ King. And
looks like QJ is going there.
QJ is in at quarterback, so watch the read option. The kid is a playmaker. They run the read option. Boom. QJ makes a cut, and he picks up about 6 yards right there, and the Eagles will take a timeout. And we will be back here shortly with 3 minutes and 31 seconds. And we are back fresh out of the timeout. Comets on the field. Eagles on the field. 3 minutes, 31 seconds left. 42-35.
And we have that eye on Jabray, who is walking around this sideline.
3rd down.
Trying to find any way to get back on that field, but we have to deal with what we have right here.
And water always helps you out. QJ King, Cameron Dunbar in the backfield. 3rd and 6, blitzing off every side. QJ just as patient as Jabray, and he's nearly going to take it all the way, and it looks like he's down, and that's enough for a comprehensive wellness 1st down. 3 minutes, 15 seconds left here in this 4th quarter. What they needed from QJ King, they got from QJ King. And I'm not sure if we're going to see much of Jabray for the rest of this game. The Comets have to take this game home. Cameron Dunbar, outside zone, has to hold on to the ball and just go down.
He kept that
Stay
clock
in
running.
bounds. 2 minutes, 44 seconds.
Another timeout by those Eagles.
And the Eagles won't have any timeouts when they get on offense.
They won't. And there's some other great games around the state. We have Robinson currently up 24-19 against Pine Bluff, 2 of the toughest people we faced this season, the Comets. Maumelle currently down 29-22 in the 4th quarter of that game. Pulaski Academy down to Lake Hamilton, 33-21. Pretty much a shocker there. PA is in 6A this season, so competition has went up. And a few other games we do not have scores for at the moment. West Memphis 24-21 over Searcy, leading up into halftime. That is our score update from around the state, and appreciate my man Mark on those scores.
And looks like they're going to get ready to come out of this timeout. 2 minutes, 44 seconds left.
And this rain showed up just on time to see this football game.
And
I
don't
is a good
think
one.
you kick the field goal. I think you go for it. I think you put it all out on the line. Don't shy away from it. They're going to have to drive 90 yards or more.
Biggest thing right here is
Cameron
taking care of this
Dunbar
football.
and QJ King, read option, of course. And this time he hands it to Cameron Dunbar, who keeps his legs moving, keeps the clock running. And right when you think we have a game, the Comets show you they are still in control.
What a run by the senior. I mean, Cameron Dunbar has been running the ball to the best of his ability. Him and Daniel Brown also have the ability to make big plays. And Turk comes back in at quarterback.
QJ King in the backfield with him. When you want to keep that ball on the ground, they have a variety of players they can use. And Ringo keeps it, makes a cut, and is tackled. Second down.
And they chop him down. Looks like the Eagles
Cameron
will lose their
Dunbar.
last timeout.
1 minute, 55 seconds left here in this game.
We're 40 seconds off twice here. Or you can switch.
And right now, the story here is Mills is bruised, they're battered, and they're just finding a way to win. And here we go. The Comets knocking on the door. Knock, knock, who's there? You know who.
Who, Tyler?
You're going to see right here. QJ King with the power and holds onto the ball as he should. No more timeouts for the Vilonia Eagles, and it looks like the Comets are going to fly away with this win. 1 minute and 40 seconds left.
Crazier things
Third
have happened.
and 2.
Let's see if they can take care of this ball. I'm sure this is a 4-down situation, like you said, Tyler. Make them drive 99 yards with no timeouts.
And I don't even think they drive 99 yards. They're going to have to fly like the Eagles they are. And I don't think they're going to be able to do that when Comets are falling out of the sky.
They go to that power formation. We know how effective that
And
has
I would
been.
give it right to the fullback, right behind Ringo, but it's a quarterback sneak. And Ringo gets into the end zone, or Turk. That's what they like to call him, Hot Boy Turk. And the kid is on fire, 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 just like a Comet.
And this is his third consecutive game with 3 or more touchdowns. He has 2 passing and 1 rushing tonight. Big game for the kid. And that gives Jabray Shaw the rest of the game to probably rest that leg, as it looks like he will as he's sitting on this bench. But he is our
Jabray
player
Shaw
of the game.
Was the factor. He sealed the deal. He got the seal, and the Comets as a team sealed the deal, Carl. He put him in position.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He gets into the end zone on the quarterback sneak, making it a 13-point game, or actually a 12-point game.
There you go.
Actually a 13-point game as
There
we
you
get the
go.
score fixed right there. And the Eagles have to feel that this one is out of reach, no timeouts, but they must give their best efforts. Hats off to those guys. They've played a heck of a ball game. But storyline tonight is these Comets and their ability to put up points in a jiffy. They did not score in that first quarter and have scored 48 points in just 3 quarters, as they have went on a 48-21 run to make this ball game 48-35. 1 minute left.
1 minute and 8 seconds. 1 minute, not enough. Down by 13. And the Comets found a way to win this game. Banged up, bruised.
And no matter how the
baffled.
cookie crumbles, this guarantees a home playoff game next week.
And the kicker once again makes the tackle. A minute and 4 seconds left. Down by 13. And the only way I see the Eagles winning is if they fly to the end zone. And I don't believe they can do that.
They might want to try this single receiver side on Anton Pierce. And I know he's thirsty to get that second interception of the ball game, as he did have one earlier. As he runs a sluggo, and Anton Pierce is all over it.
No flag, just great defense.
Great use of the hands right there by Anton Pierce as they battle at the line of scrimmage. He tries to hit him with the double move, but he just didn't buy what he was selling.
And Carl, would you have bought what he was selling right there?
Tyler, it wouldn't have been anything to sell. Might not have got off the line of scrimmage.
Against me, not sure about you. You know what, brother? He wouldn't have got off the line of scrimmage against you either. And it looks like the Eagles are just giving up as they run the ball. And since they didn't have any timeouts,
once the ball is set, this clock will keep running. They have to go for the end zone on this play, but instead, a timeout by the Mills Comets. They want to get this defense together. 35 seconds left. You don't want to give up anything down the field. You want to really take the life out of a team.
You do.
And we would now like to announce our player of the game.
Jabray Shaw.
Is no secret there. It is Jabray Shaw. He did have 4 rushing touchdowns and a receiving touchdown,
and
as well as an interception.
Looks like it was going to go for a pick 6, but the refs blew it dead. Jabray Shaw is everywhere.
250 total yards on the night, Tyler.
McKissick avoids the sack, gets out of the pocket, gets out of bounds. 27 seconds left, 35-48. We have seen crazy things happen in this sport of football. I don't think we're going to see that tonight.
Now they're going to call it the 33-yard.
And the Comets aren't a team you want to book on your senior night. They rain down on parades. And it looks like these Comets are going to be improving to 9-1. 27 seconds left. McKissick flushed out of the pocket once again. 19 seconds left. 35-48. And I think you just go quarterback and tame, drop people back, have a spy. Watch out for Eli. That's his favorite target. Pierce has had Vines completely locked up this whole game tonight. So number 1 is taken out of the picture. 48-35, 19 seconds left. The Eagles are starting to fly away from the stands. We have a holding call right there, but it's not called.
And a rare catch right there on Anton Pierce. Is number 1 as he ran a little out route on that soft coverage, as they are giving up pretty much anything underneath right now. And they try to get
number
him
12.
again.
And that pass is incomplete. 3 seconds left, and it looks like these Comets are going to be improving to 9-1. And the senior night is not a good night.
And as they are 9-1, just like you'll be seeing the playoff Comets, you will be seeing Playoff Tyler and Playoff Carl.
And they love to call us LeBron James and T. Wade when we get in those playoffs. And that pass is incomplete, and the Comets win tonight's game 48-35, improving to 9-1. Now has a solid second seed in the playoffs, a home game, and we will be seeing you guys here soon. And this game is over. We'll be back later for the post-game show. I'm Tyler Fountain, head broadcaster for the Mill Sports Network. My partner, Carlton Schutz. My man, Scary Terry on production. And tonight we had our guy, Mark, here on the camera bringing you the show. And that does it for tonight.
I'ma get it, you know I be on the way. Yeah. You know I be on the way. Man on a mission, I'ma get it, you know I be on the way. Yeah, it's all hard, ain't no fear here. You ain't giving this at all, you steer clear. Never beat, I've been down and I reappear. You got some money on the line, you better put it here. Rolling in and doing that work.
And we are back here for the post-game show. Of course, our player of the game tonight was Jabray Shaw. He had 5 touchdowns, 4 on the ground, 1 in the air, 250 yards, as well as Achilles Ringo, who had 250 yards as well. He had 5 big runs where it was either a read option or he got flushed out of the pocket and had to scramble. And the kid shows why he is a dog as well. He's a younger player at quarterback, but our player of the game was Jabray Shaw. He put the Comets in that position to win that game, and his team delivered. They are a complete team. They play amazing together when they're playing team ball, and the Comets are now 9-1. And, man, I can't wait to see them in the playoffs. I mean, in the first half, the game was kind of lopsided, 14-0. The Eagles were up, but then, of course, the Comets made their adjustments, finally got to roll and put that ball in the air, scored that touchdown with QJ King, and that was all she wrote. I believe my partner Carl said they scored how many unanswered points?
They scored, I believe, 28 unanswered before Vilonia decided to make a comeback there, and it was a 48-21 run to end that ball game, Tyler. We know that the Comets can score in bunches, and score in bunches they did there, led by Achilles Ringo. He kept his composure after throwing that interception. He was almost mistake-free. And Tyler Johnson also had a big night tonight, as well as Anton Pierce. They both had over 50 yards receiving. QJ also on the big play down the field.
QJ King ended the game the way it was supposed to be ended and carried his team to the finish line. And Carl, I also want to shout out Ringo once again for the blocks that he made towards the end of the game when plays were getting broken down and running backs had to reverse fields, as well as Big Green, number 58, the offensive lineman, who was pulling every time tonight and made great key blocks. But like you said, Anton Pierce, I believe he scored tonight, didn't he? Not sure if he did. You told me he did.
He did, but it got called back. So.
Okay. Yep, it did get called back, but not just on that offensive side. He balled out on the offensive side, caught a slant for over 15 yards, and then caught another pass as well for over 15 yards. But it was the defensive side of Anton Pierce tonight. He locked up Zach Vines, and number 1 was completely out of the game tonight due to Anton Pierce's defense. He made key tackles and even had a diving interception. Anton Pierce had one of the best interceptions we might have seen in all 10 games this season.
And that was like a user pick on Madden. It sure was, Anton Pierce. And he has stepped up tremendously in this second half of the season, and they will need him going forward into the playoffs with this balanced attack, running the ball and passing the ball. Hope these guys can get healthy. They are banged up and battered. But with a 9-1 record, they secured the second seed in the playoffs, giving them a home playoff game. And we sure are proud to call ourselves part of the U and part of this Comets team as they went crazy tonight, especially in that second half of this ball game.
They did, and they absolutely did what they were supposed to do.
And that D-line I have to give a shout-out to because they stepped up and answered the call. Coach let them off of the leash. They stopped doing so much holding up and just containing and really got after it there in the second quarter for the rest of the game. And, Tyler, do you have anything else to say before we conclude this post-game show?
I don't have much to say. You said everything.
And I got one more thing to say, Tyler. I just want to thank all of our sponsors, Cornerstone, Home Lending. We want to thank Achilles Carpets One, who sponsors our halftime show, and our first down sponsor, Comprehensive Wellness Center. Please make sure you guys like and subscribe on YouTube at the Mill Sports Network.
And that will do it for tonight's post-game show. You had it here, and you heard it here. Tyler Fountain, Carlton Schutz, Terry, Mark. It's always a team thing here on the Mill Sports Network.